Hello, crazy Disney people. How's everybody doing? I know, I'm late. I'm so sorry. That's what I get for trying to go to Disney Springs and eat at Raglan Road at the last minute, but I'm here. How are you all doing? What's up, Linda and Pamela and Michael, Darla? What's up, everybody? Nick's here. So, if you all didn't know this already, a lot of Disney stores opened up at Disney Springs today, to include Pin Traders, the Ever After Jewelers store, the Star Wars store, the Christmas store. Where else did we go? I'm trying to think of, Disney Style. All the stores are open. I'm so happy and excited that things are kind of coming back to normal. Like, you're still wearing a mask, you're still social distancing, you're using hand sanitizer at the entrance and exit of all the stores. But guess what? We're getting our Disney back, you all. So it felt so good. Oh, and how can I forget? Goofy's Candy Company was open. The smells alone, I was just like in Disney heaven in there. I was like, oh, it's so good. And the slushies and everything. It was so good. But thank you all so much for being patient. And thank you all so much for being here like always. I appreciate each and every one of you all so much. I look good in white. Hey, check out this shirt. How cute is this? And speaking of that, I'm going to tell you all where I got this shirt. And I am going to introduce you all to tonight's guest. We are going to bring in, and I never say their name right, but I'm going to try my best. Lake Buena Visitors, LBV-TV, is in the house tonight. And I could not be more excited. So with that being said, let's go ahead and bring them in so we can introduce you all and get to know them a little better. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's LBV-TV. I knew I was going to mess up something. Donna said I said it right. Did I say it right?
You did. Right.
Yeah. Yes. I feel like I never say it right because my country accent does not allow it, but I did it. Robin's been teaching me the right way. She was like, no, that's not it, Tanya.
No, it is a mouthful. That's why we do LBV Club, LBV-TV, just because it is a mouthful, but it's named after Buena Vista Way, which is where Walt did his magic in Burbank, as well as Lake Buena Vista, which is named after Buena Vista. And then we thought to add a little bit of the fact that we're all kind of, at the end of the day, even though some of us might live here, we're really truly on a long-term vacation, if you know what I mean.
That is correct.
I talk about that all the time. Literally, when you move here, and I'm going to get to your all story in just a minute, but for me, like when I moved here, it was very hard for me to separate real life and vacation life because usually this is where I vacation. So I was like, I'm on vacation all the time, you know? And so, yeah. And now it's just like, okay, Tanya, you have your priorities. You have to actually handle your real life business and then you can go play.
That's true.
Did you run into that?
We're still learning.
There's not enough time in the day to get everything done and also go play.
Exactly.
And we forgot that because when you vacation here, you eat all the treats, you eat all the Dole Whip, you eat all the ice cream bars.
It's so bad
here. And then it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, wow, is that really me in that photo pass picture? Yeah. What happened to me? It's so funny.
So we're learning.
Yes. So with that being said, how long have you all been living in Orlando?
In Orlando, just a couple months, yeah.
Yeah, we came right before the pandemic, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So literally, We got to enjoy the parks for 2 weeks and then it shut down.
Oh, it was the middle of January is when
around there, February. So
You're kidding me.
Oh, no.
So were you Florida residents somewhere else in Florida, and then you just moved to the local area?
Yes.
Yeah, we were living in Tampa, and then before then, Naples, Florida. And Chris's work allows us to have basically December and January off. So we go and we live in Naples where my mom is. And we're like, you know what? Realistically, we're just getting closer and closer to Disney. So we should just pull the trigger, get here. Yes. And of course, with our shop, I was here so much. My husband jokes he didn't see me last year. But I kept coming, always to Disney because again, I said it's a business trip,
It is. It's it. Earlier, that's what I used to get out of the house because my husband's always like, you're always going out there. And I'm like, hey, the store's open today. I got to go vlog it. I got to get some footage. This is my business. This is what I'm doing. He's like, yeah. And then you're going to hang out with your friends, have a cocktail, eat some dinner. Well, maybe.
Who says you can't have a fun time working? You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's living the dream for sure. So, okay. So you all were living in Tampa and Naples, more south, and you moved up here, but you've always been Florida people.
Yes.
Well, no, we lived in Philadelphia. So Chris is a professional soccer player originally. And
no way. That's so cool.
Yeah, so we lived in Scotland. We lived in England. We've lived in Portland, Canada.
Over.
You name it, we probably lived there. So I grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio, and Philadelphia, and him, New Jersey. And that's how we met, was Philly, New Jersey. And, luckily, he was as much of a Disney nerd, as I call it, as I am.
That is correct.
And it was love at first sight.
Aw, I so believe in first sight. So how did your love for Disney start? Like, have you always been, like, your parents introduced you to Disney? Is that, like, how the whole thing started for you all?
Since I was born, I've been going every year to Disney, even if we didn't live in Florida, because my dad and mom were huge Disney fans. My dad was an engineer, and his lifelong dream was, he said he would come back in a later life as an Imagineer, I'm sorry. And so we would go every year. He'd actually, speaking of work trip, he would claim it was a work trip as an engineer to go learn things from Epcot Future World. What's really cool, a lot of people don't realize, is Future World was the first to ever showcase wireless. Like, now we all take it for granted that wireless exists. But in 96, wireless was shown as the first time ever something that would be the future of tomorrow. And my dad at the time brought it back to his work in Philadelphia. And Philadelphia ended up being the first wireless city in America, inspired by our trip to Epcot. So, I mean, Disney has not only been in our veins and our blood, but also a major part of my dad's work, basically, as well as our work and our inspiration. So realistically, in my family, Disney has really made all the difference. And in his case, he loves Disney history. He's been going to Disney forever. He has way awesome, fun, giant family that does the coolest Disney trips. Chris, you've done Oompa bands, producing with the Oktoberfest.
I've done everything. When I was growing up, my parents would take my family down here. Every once in a while, we'd take a long trip from Jersey all the way down. But I've had some crazy fun at Disney, and all the way till I was in college, it was fantastic. Yeah. All the antics I used to get into as well. So
my favorite story of him at Epcot, I have to say, is the time he conducted the Oompa band at the Oktoberfest in Germany.
In the Germany pavilion, there was a time where I actually got to get up on stage and conduct the Oktoberfest band, the German band that was playing there. So it was fantastic. Like I'm a good ball just as well.
And the same band still performs, 15 years later?
Yep.
And they remembered him.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Wow.
Show him they gave him a certificate. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Signed by the band.
I love that.
Yeah, we're huge Disney nerds, and my mom used to joke that whoever I married had to go through the Disney test.
Yes.
So going on a trip for a week or two to Disney, and that if you enjoyed yourselves together, then awesome. But if you wanted to kill yourselves afterwards and hate each other,
it's not going to work. Yeah.
Exactly.
It was the best time ever. We had a blast. And because of his work at the time, playing soccer, they would play at Wide World of Sports every year. So we would also go and meet up, 3 weeks out of February and go enjoy Disney together while he was working at Wide World of Sports. And so, ever since we started dating, it's been Disney, Disney, Disney.
Yep.
How do you become a professional soccer player? How did that happen?
A lot of work.
Wow. So you played in high school and you played in college.
Yep. And then I played.
And then do you have to try out, or does somebody say, "Hey, we like you, come play for us"?
Just like every other sport, you get drafted. And so I was drafted, and then I was playing professional ever since. And I left school in 2006. So played for a long, long, long time. But it took us all around the world. I played everywhere you could possibly think of in the United States. I played 3 years in Ireland. I played a year in Scotland, a year in England. So I've got to travel the world and play.
And he got his degree. He only went to college for a year or two. But
I was getting ready to ask that. So what do you do after soccer?
So he got his degree in graphic design at night.
Yep.
Just for fun, to make sure, he had, obviously, he was smart,
Employment after the fact, yeah. Hey, Jenna from Resort TV One's here. Hey, Gail. Hey, Joy. Sarah's here. Everybody's in the house. What's up, everybody? If you're just tuning in, this is Chris and Maria from LBV-TV that we're getting to know a little bit better tonight. So I just asked him about soccer, and then Maria was telling us about his degree was in
graphic
design.
So who would have guessed that, decade later, of course, us coming together. I have a fashion design degree that I never used, because I ended up working in television instead. And so my mom used to joke that it was a wasted degree. Well, guess what, Mom? No,
guess what?
I got my degree and didn't use it for 15 years. So there you go.
So it just goes to show you never know where life will take you or what door will open. And so with my fashion design degree and his graphic design, that's how we were able to basically together make the shirts, the dresses, the artwork you see behind us, and much more that now is Lake Buena Visitors and LBV Club.
I'm going to get more into that in just a minute. But isn't that funny how everything just kind of falls into place like that? It's just crazy. I worked my whole life as a dental hygienist. Who ever thought I would be doing YouTube? But I always talk about how when I was a little kid, I was the kid who got the note pinned on their shirt. Tanya couldn't stop talking in class today. Well, who would have ever thought that I would be talking to people all the time like this? It's like, you never know where life's going to lead you, right?
You never know.
To use.
Oh, that's so great. Okay, so I'm gonna get into all the meat and potatoes of this. Okay, so you were born in Florida, right? Is that right?
I was born in Colorado, then Cincinnati, then Philly, and then I lived in LA for a little bit while I worked in TV and things of that sort, and then back to Philly, and that's where I met him.
Yeah, so how did both of you all end up in Philadelphia, and then both of you all love Disney?
Yeah.
Well, I got traded from New York to Philadelphia, so that's why that's how I moved to Philadelphia. And
I was working in news in Philadelphia, and he crashed a party I was at doing a speaking engagement for it's called Coaches versus Cancer. That is it's a charity event. And I was like, who is this guy? And and he told me that afterwards, later on, he told me that I looked like a mermaid, and that's what caught his eye.
Oh.
I was like, oh, thank you.
Ding, ding, ding. Those are some points right there.
Yeah. But at the time, I always loved saying the story. I told him, I said, I don't date athletes because you guys are trouble.
Yeah.
I've I've met a few of you. I've interviewed a few of you for work. You guys are trouble.
Yeah.
He said, give me 30 days to prove to you that I am not your average athlete. And I'll write you every day, text you, call you. And if after 30 days, on day 31, if you still want to go on a date, awesome. If not, whatever. And I was like, oh, this guy's not going to be that like responsible and call her. He called every day for 30 days. He watched movies on the phone before this was like a thing with Zoom and all that. And on day 31, he goes, okay. So, and we went on our first date, and although we talked every single day for 30 days, it was a 7-hour date, and we've literally never been separated since. Yeah.
That's a great story. I love your love story. That's so good.
He's like Prince Charming. I love
that.
That
is so good. So, okay, so you all met, and then you stayed in Philadelphia for a while. Did you all get married in Philadelphia, and then you started traveling together?
I got traded.
6 months into dating, he got traded to Toronto, and he said, you know, what are we gonna do? And luckily, I didn't know this at the time, but Toronto's only a 40-minute flight from Philadelphia. It's like going down the street practically. It's
You can't drive from Center City, Philadelphia to West Philadelphia at the same time you could fly from Philly to Toronto.
Yeah, so I would literally, after work, I would sometimes do the 4 o'clock morning news, have like no sleep, hop on a plane, go visit him just for a date night with all my points, and then literally fly home to go work the next day. Yeah. So it was interesting for the first year, flying back and forth and doing long distance. But when you're madly in love, you know, distance
you do what you got to do, right?
And there was times though I couldn't see him because he travels to play other teams in other cities. So of course there's times where I wouldn't see him. But I think the fact that for the first 30 days we dated, it was just by the phone. You know, we were used to it. It was okay.
That's it.
And then finally after a year, he said, you know, do you want to move here? And so I moved to Canada. I know, eh?
I know we have some people right now tuned in from Canada. My friend Melanie's here. Natalie's here. They're in Canada. So
go to Canada. Yeah. Chris knows that national anthem very well. He whenever we go to the Canada Pavilion, he's very proud.
Okay.
But yeah, we lived there for many years, and we loved it. We lived in Edmonton as well, which is where a lot of the nature kind of shows you've seen about Canada. Above it, Banff and Jasper.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful part of the country. All in the Rocky Mountains and the grass plains there. It was beautiful out that way.
And Toronto's, you know, more metropolitan, like in New York City. Really, we loved it. We loved Canada. And then he got traded to Scotland. Yep. And so then we went to Scotland, and we got to see Merida's castle, the one it's based after. That was so cool. We lived down the street from it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it's been constantly an adventure, and we joke that we live out of suitcases, but I kid you not, I have 4 suitcases. Well, not anymore, but I did until last year. I had 4 suitcases packed with every season ready. So wherever he told me we were going.
Just in case. Yeah.
Like, okay, we got it. We're going. But Chris, you know, made it so that slowly but steadily his job was getting him closer and closer to here.
And you don't play soccer anymore.
And now I'm coaching.
Yeah,
now you coach soccer. Okay. Yeah. So is Orlando going to be your forever home, or you don't know?
We think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in the process of looking for a home right now. We're renting. So if anybody has any good ideas, let us know, because it's been, oh my God. You think during the whole virus and everything, things would be easier to find a house in Orlando. But let me tell you, everybody's coming here. I think we started a trend. We're all coming down here. Yeah, everybody's going to leave New York and Jersey, and they're all coming here.
Everyone's coming.
It's the place to be, that's for sure.
No,
okay, so you all got to Florida. Now I want to know, like, when and how. What came first? All the Instagram or the shirt business? Like, what happened next after?
So a lot of people don't know that while we were in Canada, unfortunately, I had an emergency surgery on a kinked intestine. And unfortunately, it didn't go well. And I was in bed rest for 6 months. And for somebody as energetic as you can tell as me, that was pretty debilitating. And, you know, I needed, always Disney gave me hope, you know, in any capacity as a kid or, you know, and Chris said, why don't you go on Disney Instagram? You don't use social media ever, you know, check it out, play, pretend you're in people's adventures. I hadn't discovered YouTube yet. And so Chris basically set up my Mini Maria Mouse account. He came up with the name and followed
on Instagram.
Yeah, and followed some
Okay.
accounts for me. And I would basically live vicariously through other people's adventures. And I loved it. It was great.
What year was that?
3 years ago. Yeah.
Okay, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, you know, I would just play on Instagram and watch, you know, other people's, you know, shows, their Insta stories, things like that. And, you know, imagine I kind of was there, and it gave me kind of a life goal. I said to Chris, I said, once I'm healthy, I want to go to Disneyland for the first time.
Okay.
And that was our goal. So finally, after a year, we got to go to Disneyland. They said, let's take some pictures. And, you know, you can start your own kind of account and show people your adventures. And that's how Mini Maria Mouse started.
Yeah.
And it kind of snowballed, you know, where people, I guess, love the fact I'm really involved with the characters and the activities in Disney. It's not just like a fashion account per se. I'm a huge nerd when it comes to characters. I love them. And on accident, I think because of some of my character interactions, Mini Maria Mouse account became viral. And all of a sudden, people from all over the world started following that account. Out of nowhere, you know, I'm like, I think 20,000 people liked it. It was crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, I forgot, which one was that? Oh, it's when I dressed as Cinderella and danced with Mickey. That was
Yeah.
Another one that went viral was when Chris dressed as Piglet for the Halloween party. And at 6'5", let's just say he doesn't look like Piglet, but it's the greatest photo ever. And I'm Winnie the Pooh, and I have the honey pot, and I'm like chugging it while he's, you know, 6'5" giant Piglet. So we documented our fun, not thinking anything would come of it, but we were happy to bring smiles to the people that gave me smiles when I needed it most. And it ended up being the more and more we were at Disney, I would basically make my own clothes because there weren't cool fashions for girls that were timeless or classic. A lot of them are gimmicky.
Yeah.
A lot of the quality is really bad. It doesn't look good on a girl's figure. It's, you know, often really heavy material. So I was like, yeah, I'm just going to make my own clothes. I learned how to do it in college. We're all good. And with his graphic design degree, he would actually help me. I mean, that's quite the husband. He actually helped me make my own clothes. So I put them on my Instagram.
I tried, at least.
You did good. You did, obviously, you did very good.
Yeah, so good.
But yeah, so we started doing that, and then he would say, you know, I don't like the stuff for guys that were options in Disney. Even on the Etsy shops, we would buy a ton of them, and they end up being what I call junk drawer shirts, where it ends up, you know, not being something you really care about or you kind of wasted money on.
Yeah.
Something you wear once and then you get rid of, or you
or don't remember even
it.
Like
it doesn't fit the same. It just or it starts to fade. You never know. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So,
I have a whole drawer of those.
I hear you.
We have a couple of those big boxes of those.
Yeah, they're somewhere. So finally, Chris said, I'm going to make my own shirts too because there's nothing cool for guys. And then I noticed families.
Now, during this time, you're still doing news and you're still doing soccer, but now you're starting to make your own clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for fun.
Okay.
Yeah, and so Chris, you know, said, I want to make stuff for guys, for myself, because when we take photos together, he's like, I look weird. Like, I don't look like I'm here in a fun Disney style outfit. I can't wear the Disney stuff outside the parks, which makes it difficult to also, you know, you're nervous about spending money on something you can't wear outside the parks as well. So he's making his own, I'm making my own. And we were at the park one day and a guy stops him in one of our shirts we made called Rafiki's Squashed Bananas Company. And it's really awesome. It's like Rafiki holding the bananas. And he goes, where'd you get that shirt? You know, Chris said, we made it.
We made it.
And he goes, well, I want to buy one. And Chris says, we don't have anything. It's just mine on my shirt. You know, it's it. And he goes, well, I'll give you $50.
And you were at Disneyland when that happened, or Disney World?
Animal Kingdom. We were in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Oh, you were at Animal Kingdom. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. So somebody just stopped you and wanted to buy your shirt?
Right off my back.
Right off his back says, I'll give you $50. That way it covers the cost of you buying a new one from the store, like some random Disney shirt, and then I can have that one. He goes, you know I'm sweating gross, right?
What a compliment, right?
Yeah, insane. So I was like, Chris, that's $50. Go for it. I was like, go get
Sell the shirt.
Yeah. I was like, so, and then it happened to me in Epcot when I was wearing a Marie shirt. It's one of our shirts with Marie the cat. And it's really cute. And a woman stopped me and said, you know, where'd you get your shirt? I explained this is the only one. And she goes, well, can I buy it off of you? And same concept. I'll give you money to go buy a new shirt. You can change in the bathroom. And I asked her, I said, can I tape this? And you know, for Instagram, I was like, nobody's going to believe me. I was like, do you mind if I tape this? And so I'm literally taping the lady. I'm like taping myself walking to the bathroom. I'm like, here we go. This is, you know, and I was like, this lady's taking my shirt. You know, such a sweet lady. God bless her heart, wherever she is. You know, and it's on our Instagram highlights at Lake Buena Vista just because it was so funny. I was like, this is so crazy. And that was the day I realized, okay, Chris, we got to do this. I was like, you know, I mean, it's happened twice now. People are giving us random, you know, money to go literally take the shirt off our back.
Daniel has a question here. Wants to know, how long have you been married?
We've been together for almost 8 years. 8 years.
Yeah, we're closing in on 8 years.
Yeah, and married for 3, 4, 3.
3.5. 3.5.
3.5.
We've been together forever. It feels
yeah,
like.
long time.
Yeah.
We were married since the day we met, so 8 years. There you go.
That's awesome. Okay, sorry to interrupt that, but you did the Instagram story of her buying your Marie shirt right off your back, and then you all decided that you're gonna just do this.
I was like, we gotta do this. You know, I started Minnie Marie Mouse to bring smiles to people, and I said, what if now we brought styles and smiles for people inside, but also outside the parks? And I said, Chris, I wanted that people have artwork they can wear, that it's timeless, it's classic. Because I have so many cool shirts from my mom from the 70s and 80s that lasted. Now we're unfortunately in an era where it's called fast fashion. It's more productive monetarily for a company to keep producing new merchandise and quickly and cheaply because they make more money. And I said, you know what? I want to do things differently. It takes us months to design something, to bring it to fruition. We literally test all the inks to be the perfect color. Everything is organic inks because I didn't want chemicals. There's a lot of people who have, you know, issues. I have asthma, things of that sort. I was like, no, we're going to do this where it's really different. It's not your usual just shirt. I said, I want to make sure people love their shirt, not just like it, and that they hang it up, not just put it in a junk drawer.
I want them in a junk drawer.
Yeah, I want them to hang it up. They love it so much.
Oh, yeah.
Hang it up. And you know, that's the true test to me, is that, you know, people, and I always tell people I'm so proud of the fact that over 70% of our customers have at least 12 shirts. I mean, Tanya, you're on your way. You know?
Yes, I am. I love them so much.
So like that means so much to us. We wanted to create not just an apparel company. We do dresses, of course, like I said, and, you know, art prints, things like that. But I wanted it to be a community. That's why I call it LBV Club. So I wanted it to be that people could meet each other, make friendships, connect. And the coolest thing ever is I love that all of our customers actually connect and talk to each other on posts, which you don't really see on other people's stores or on their Instagrams. So I'll see each other commenting, talking to each other, making new friends, new followers. Some of them have met up in the park because of our shirts. I love that. And for me, that's the greatest honor I can think of.
Well, the shirts are great. I mean, thank you for sending me these shirts. They're amazing. I just absolutely love my shirts. And I'm saving my Cinderella shirt for the day Disney opens.
That's one of my favorite shirts.
Oh, I love it so much. I showed everybody. I think it was on last night's stream or the night before, but I showed everybody the Cinderella shirt because if you didn't know this, I am a huge Cinderella fan.
Me too.
It's like my whole thing. My whole thing.
She's my girl. And
Yeah.
I always tell people she gets overlooked sometimes because, you know, people forget that she went through a lot and always turned the other cheek. She always was kind, even though people were mean. She always fought hatred with love and stayed positive and kept persistent and hopeful even when all the odds were against her. And that's something to be said. I mean, I love our princesses that fight back and, you know, are, you know, girl power. But a lot of times, a lot of people forget Cinderella didn't fight the hate with anything else other than just love. And that's
yeah, but Cinderella also came from a different era. Like today's princesses are a whole lot more badass. The girl power is there. You know what I'm saying? Cinderella came in a different era to where girls really didn't have a voice back then. So it was just always to just be courageous and kind and not really fight for your rights. Like girls have power to do that nowadays.
I can't. We have a Mulan shirt coming out that I am obsessed with.
Yes.
And the movie's coming out, and we're like freaking out, excited because that movie looks awesome. I mean, that looks like an action movie, not just, you know, a princess movie or anything.
Oh yeah, for sure.
A hardcore action film, you know. And we have yet to really see, other than Rey from Star Wars, where, you know, girl is, I mean, truly a warrior, you know. So we get to see our princess live warrior with Mulan soon. So I'm really excited. And the shirt, I hope we did her justice because she's so awesome.
She is awesome.
What shirt is your number one seller? Do you have one shirt that is your number one seller?
This is so crazy to us. Sam Eagle, A Salute to All Nations from the Muppet 3D Vision show.
It's so great, though. That one is so good.
You would never guess because we have, like, I don't know if you can see the Millennium Falcon behind Chris. That's another really popular one, the Millennium Falcon Operations Manual.
Mariah has that one. She loved it.
It's really cool. But still, Sam Eagle takes the cake.
That guy's flapping his wings.
Yes. I love it. It's a great shirt.
Yeah, no joke. Every week we send that shirt to other countries. So even though it says from the famous show, A Salute to All Nations, but mostly America, we sent one to Japan yesterday.
Yep, we sent
Germany 2 days ago.
Yep, we sent a couple to the UK.
Canada. Oh yeah, there's a lot of Canada. Thank you. I mean, but it's not necessarily about America. It's about the Muppets, and there's not merch out there. So a lot of times we try to make designs that are really rare and unique that you wouldn't find anywhere else. Because at the end of the day, that was the point, was to make art or something that is really out of this world, different. And this is a cool fact that only like some of our friends know, but I have mentioned it on Insta Story. Regal Eagle, the barbecue restaurant at Epcot, wasn't originally going to be Sam Eagle based. And a friend of mine who works in design at Disney mentioned to me, he said, I hope you know this, but if not, I'm just messaging you. He goes, the original concept was not going to be Sam Eagle as the Regal Eagle barbecue. But we saw basically, I mean, our Sam Eagle shirt went viral all over the globe. And he said, we then saw that and made it a Sam Eagle restaurant. So although, yes, I mean, we don't make any money off that, it's still an amazingly cool thing that we...
That's a huge compliment is what that is.
Crazy. So we printed it out and it's hung up here in our office because I was like, you know, no matter what, that is amazing to feel like maybe we left a little stamp of something in Disney. Yeah. But yeah, it just goes to show, you know, the Muppets are, you know, oftentimes an underthought of, you know, group that needs some merchandise. And, you know, later on Disney has been trying, but again, we like to go a little bit out of the box. If we have an awesome Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem shirt, that's like an awesome, very retro 1970s shirt. And we have, a lot of, I would say, merchandise that you wouldn't find anywhere else. That's always the point. I always Google ahead of time to make sure nothing we have looks like anything out there.
So where can people find your shirts? Do you have an Etsy shop?
We do. We have an Etsy shop, but we also, because we love you and all of you guys, if you go to lbvclub.com, you can get a special discount code. And let's just say the beginning part of it starts with YouTube. So yeah, just go to lbvclub.com. You'll get the discount code, and then you can go to our Etsy shop, which is also connected on our page on Instagram and on our YouTube page as well for our show.
Correct.
So yeah, but the website is coming soon. We want to do something special than just making a website with apparel. So there's going to be a lot to it. Again, it's a community. Like I said, it's called LBV Club at the end of the day, and I call all of our customers LBV Club members. So we're going to make it that it's interactive. That it's not just going to an apparel site.
So they can go to your Instagram.
Correct.
And if they go to your Instagram, which is
Lake Buena Visitors.
Yeah.
I know that's a mouthful, but it's like Lake Buena Vista, Buena Visitors. And just hit the bio click button, and you can see everything from our YouTube channel to our Pinterest. Our Pinterest, for some reason, is bizarrely popular. We get 1 million viewers a month on our Pinterest. I didn't even know that was still a thing, but yeah.
You are actually a major boss lady. Wow.
She is.
So you're not doing news anymore.
No,
you don't work in the news. But you're your own boss lady. You started your Instagram, your personal Instagram, for fun. It's grown out of control. Wow, you're Instagram famous. And then you started making your own clothes, and then you started I never know how to say it. Buena Vista Visitors.
LBV.
And that's LBV. And now you have YouTube.
Yeah, he'll tell you when was the last time I slept.
Wait, before we talk about your YouTube channel, can we talk about B shirts real quick that all three of us are sporting? What is the story behind this shirt?
Before we get into that, I see a lot of people in the chat, they're saying, how do we get to our website to shop? So if you go to etsy.com/shop/Lake Buena Visitors. So basically, if you go to etsy.com and type in our name, Lake Buena Visitors, in the search engine.
Lake Buena Visitors. I can never say that. I apologize.
You'll come to our shop, the Lake Buena Visitors shop, the LBV shop, and then all of our shirts, all of our art prints, dresses. We're selling different any and everything that we have. You could shop online there. So that's where we are right now.
Or if you go to YouTube and type in LBV-TV, there's a link to the shop.
So
good.
So if you go to our YouTube channel, which we'll talk about next, or if you go to Maria's Instagram, or even our
Mini Maria Mouse, even.
I love your Instagram, by the way. It's so cute. And Donna just said she went to your shop and she said, "Oh my gosh, you all, they have shirts to size 4X. Thank you, thank you, thank you."
Of course.
Yes. That was awesome.
I even tell Chris, when we create a design, I make a point that, because guys are fun, you can put a bag on a guy and they look great. But on a girl's body, you want it to look flattering. And just smacking a design, which is what most companies, including Disney, do, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to look flattering on a girl's figure. So I even think about, for example, the Cinderella shirt, how to shape everything so that, even where the clock is, the point and where it goes down, makes it look like you have a smaller waist, or or in a photo, it looks very flattering. These are all things that my fashion design degree kind of makes me think of. But again, I would hope that retailers thought of these things, that not every person buying an outfit or a dress or anything is just your usual model twig. They are real people. And I actually make a point. We don't have any brand reps. For those of you who don't know what a brand rep is, most shops will give free shirts to Instagrammers or things like that. And in exchange, they go and they post pictures and give a something to get. It's almost like it's marketing. We actually don't do that because I make a point to showcase our real customers. So I always on Insta Story every day have at least 20 of our customers who've taken pictures of all different shapes, sizes, age, races, countries, you name it. And I put them because realistically, you need to see what somebody actually looks like in a shirt. You know what I mean? And if it looks good on anybody, then you know it's going to look good on you.
Yes, I agree. That it fits so nicely. And normally I'm a large, but this shirt is a medium and it fits me just fine.
Well,
I can work it.
I've been trying
and it's white. Normally I could not wear a fitted white shirt because it's not forgiving as far as any flaws, but this is fitting me really nice. So thank you so much. I appreciate that.
We even before we started the company, I told Chris we have to get swatches of different fabrics. And I want to get the perfect fabric that stretches and gives, but then when you dry it or wash it, it's fine, doesn't shrink. So we tested over 18 different types of shirts. Everything's made down the street here in Florida. You know, we do it all. And we make a point, like I said, I want people to love their shirt, love whatever they got. And, you know, like I said, it means the world to us when somebody takes a picture in our shirt because we feel like we got to be a part of their memories too. And what an amazing, cool thing to be a part of.
Another huge compliment, right?
Yeah,
I love that.
We're honored to have you wearing our shirt. But like you were saying earlier about the shirt, there's a cool story behind the shirt.
Yes.
So the pandemic hits. And, you know, I said to Chris, I want to do something that would be for charity because we drove one day by the food bank over on International Drive and we saw lines just out the door. And this was in the beginning of the pandemic. It only got worse and worse as time went on. And I cried because the concept that there would be such crazy lines for people starving in Mickey's backyard. You know, this is supposed to be the place of magic where you know, bad things don't happen. And I'm thinking not even Mickey could fix this, you know, like
right.
Well, this was just so heartbreaking. And of course, in Philadelphia, the videos CNN was showing of the lines and lines of people. And in New Jersey, where Chris is from,
Correct.
Pittsburgh, everywhere was hit where the food banks, and still to this day, unfortunately, the food banks are strapped. So I said to Chris, I was like, let's do something for Feeding America. And let's, you know, come up with a shirt where it'll be so timeless that it's not a pandemic shirt. Because that was my issue. I was like, I want people to be able to wear a shirt when this is all over. To Epcot, you know, World Showcase, or to Animal Kingdom, it's the Earth.
Yes.
Magic Kingdom. I was like, I don't want them
it's
to remember.
Mickey.
Exactly. I was like, I want them to remember this is like a Disney love shirt. That Mickey's hugging us all, and it's a small world after all, which is what we titled this art. And so we created this shirt where all proceeds, including our costs, which most companies don't do, I wanted everything. So all $25.99 goes directly to Feeding America for every shirt. And it became so popular that Feeding America even offered to help put it on their Instagram coming up, which is really cool. So people all over the world will be able to see it and, you know, help out. But then, of course, too, with everything going on now, we wanted to help in another way. My mom was a major part of the civil rights movement in Ohio. And I said, you know what? Let's do a different variant on It's a Small World After All. Because we have to remember we're all together in this. And let's spread some Disney love and remind people, you know, this unity, that's what we need. And so we just came out this week with a different variant, which is the black version of this with white. And it's really timeless and classic too. But again, also going to a great cause that's going to make a difference. And this will be a permanent thing. We decided, you know, it's been such a blessing to be able to give back when people need it now more than ever with our talents. You know, we're so blessed that we were given the opportunity to do this. So I said to Chris, I was like, let's make a difference.
See what we can do.
I'm so close to crying right now that I can't really talk about it.
Oh, I love
thank you. Yeah, thank you. Virtual hug. Oh, yeah, that is fantastic. And my family, every last one of us, all the way down to my 9-year-old, we are all going to be sporting that shirt.
Oh, that means the world.
Yeah.
Like literally, it means the world.
Yes, it does. It means the world.
Yeah.
Well,
And then,
thank you all so much. I don't know how I've gone through my whole life and not met you yet, but
oh,
I'm so glad that I've met you. You're a
us
fantastic person. Not only are you a boss lady, and I don't know your husband that well yet because I haven't talked with you yet, and I'm sure we will.
too. See,
But-
I'm like, you know how you said you talk a lot? This poor guy hasn't gotten a word in.
Yeah, he really, yeah. Sorry.
I'm good to relax. I'm just hanging out on the arm of my wife right now.
Tanya, I was also the girl that got the button that was like, yeah, you know, that report
She
card
never stopped talking in school today.
your kid talked the whole time, yeah.
I petitioned.
Oh, my good friend Tom just popped in. Tom does Disney. I know you were premiering. Tom, I watched like the whole first hour, I promise. I'll have to go watch the replay on the rest. But he said he's been here the whole time and he's listening and enjoying, so.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people we know in here.
So many friends here tonight. Thank you all so much. But yeah, I really love the shirts and thank you so much. And like I said, I can't believe I've never met you until now. It's so ironic how this whole thing happened because I know you all don't know me very well, but I'm brand new to Instagram, like within the last 9 months. And I didn't even know how to work Instagram until I met Tom from Tom Does Disney. I never had a clue. Like, I don't know how to do anything. And I'll be like, Tom, how do I do this? How do I do this? He really showed me like literally how to do anything on Instagram.
I post 2 times a year, right? And apparently Maria said it's a really cool thing that I have a blue check something in the corner.
Oh yeah, so Chris
and I don't even use it.
So Chris has a thing on Instagram. I don't know, for those of you in the chat that know what it is, it's called a blue check, which means technically like you're a celebrity or some sort.
Verified.
You're verified that you
official.
You did something impressive.
I don't know what I did.
You did something impressive.
Yeah.
All right. I would say being a pro soccer player is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
He never uses Instagram, so it's just that he like once a year like wishes me a happy birthday.
So if any of you guys are out there that are following me, I completely apologize. I post like once a year.
Yeah.
I say happy birthday to my wife or happy anniversary. That's about it.
Okay, so you know where I'm coming from. I have no idea what I'm doing on Instagram. So because of that, like I wasn't following anyone because I wasn't familiar with Instagram at all. Well, and then I ran into Josh and Jenna from Resort TV 1 down at Disney Springs, and that's where I first ran into you all. And then, you know, a little later on, I got a message from you, Maria, because you're so dang sweet. You were just like, hey, it was so nice to meet you today.
You were so fun. I was
and we literally only talked for a minute, and I was just like, and then ever since, like, it's just been a connection, and I just think you're fantastic. Like I said, I can't believe we had never met before, because guess who else is crazy about characters? Me. I love the characters.
As you can tell, I'm a huge nerd. Well, he actually said to me, he goes, oh, when he met you, because as you can tell, we're very, excited. We're very personable. He's like, Maria, I think you met your match right there. You know,
I think whenever you messaged me, you said your Disney spirit animal.
Yeah, that's what he called it. Disney. He's like, she's definitely your Disney spirit animal.
That's it.
That is so funny.
It's true. And also, I was like, the one day you, I think you went to like 4 a.m. on your chat, and I was like, oh, this girl Tanya, me and her, yes.
Well, so I don't know how much you know about this, but like whenever the parks were open, I never went live from my house like I do now. I was live streaming in the parks. That's what I did. And sometimes it would be 6 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. The longest I ever did was an 18-hour straight live stream from the parks. Yeah. So, this is me talking for 18 hours, me and my best friend Robin, which I'm about to bring her in so you can meet her, because she likes to call herself my sidekick, but I like to call her the other crazy Disney lady because we do it all together all the time. And, but what was I going to say? Yeah, we talk a lot. What were we talking about? I just kind of went off on a squirrel rant.
You and I could just talk for hours, and the poor people in the chat would be like,
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, and then that's what it was. It went from because of quarantine, I had to start doing this from home. I had to start doing this from home. But every Saturday night, we would go to Gasparilla's at the Grand Floridian. Me and Tom, and Aaron, and Corey, and just like Robin when she was living here, we would all meet at Gasparilla's at the end of the night because everything else is closed, but they're open 24 hours.
Wait, are they?
And that's how the whole thing started.
Is what?
Gasparilla and Grand Floridian, right?
Yes, Gasparilla's is open 24 hours. And I think Captain Cook's is too at the Poly. But after 12, they have a very limited menu where you can only get a few things. And Robin and I just popped in there one night, and that's how the whole thing started. And it went from me and Robin talking until like 2 a.m. to whoever was tuning in. Eventually we had like 2 tables taken up with people that would come and meet at Gasparilla's, and we'd talk until 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And so that's why Saturday nights we have late night chats, and we stay on here sometimes. If we have stuff to talk about at 4 o'clock in the morning, we're still talking. And I remember you tuned in at like 2 and you were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're still live.
Because we're usually, Chris even has some of the packages here. He's going to be up till 2 in the morning.
Till 2 in the morning packaging.
Yeah. Speaking of that, if you need to go do orders, go ahead.
I'm going to. So.
But it was so nice to meet you. But before you take off, I would like for you to meet Robin, my very best friend. Okay?
No. I'm going to stay in the chat.
Yeah. Okay.
But I want to introduce him to both. I want to introduce Robin to both of you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. I'm going to pull us back like this for a second. So this is Robin. She's my BFF. She's the other crazy Disney lady.
I love watching.
And she's been on here live with me every single day since I started doing this. And I'm like, Robin, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I'm making a commitment to go live every day until the Disney parks open. And she has been here every day. So, but this is Robin. Robin, that is Chris and Maria.
Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm the girl at 2 in the morning messaging you guys going, yes, Julia Roberts is the best.
Yes.
I the whole movie night. I was like, oh.
Hi, everybody.
In those late night chats, Chris, if you need to go, I don't want to hold you up.
I'm going to go back. Robin, it was very nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you. I can't wait to meet you all in person.
Yeah.
We can't wait. Gasparilla Grill.
I like
You bet.
That's it right there. She's actually, Maria, she's actually in New Hampshire right now. That's where she lives.
Really?
Yeah, but she's packing to move to Orlando soon. Yeah. Like, we don't know how soon, but as things iron out, she'll be here.
Yes.
That's awesome.
We're working on it.
Yeah. Are we good? Are we good like this?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to be like too in your face if you all are not comfortable with that. Y'all okay with that?
Like, like a game show when you're about to get asked a question and like who's gonna, answer like, okay, who knows what year the first Mickey cartoon was? And then like,
1927.
Edwin's here. Hey, Edwin.
There you go. He chimed in on that.
How you doing, Edwin?
Hi, Edwin. Okay, so Robin, I'm still kind of like in the interview, but I did not want them to leave without meeting you. That was important to me.
So
I've been listening the whole time.
I know. I've seen you in the chat here.
Meet you in person.
Yes, I can't wait.
And to be honest, we are, I knew nothing about YouTube. Somebody who worked in news, you would think YouTube, we know what it is. Realistically, my sole work was, on actual TV. And so realistically, my first channel I ever subscribed to was Jenna and Josh. And that wasn't because I even knew what YouTube was. I met them accidentally in the parks one day. And we were talking for hours and having fun. They're like, oh, yeah, we have a YouTube channel. And I was like, you have to show me, how do I do this? Like, so they literally, you know, I'm
Wait,
being
you
shown on
you all weren't like following one another on Instagram?
On Instagram, we did, yes. So we knew Jenna from Instagram.
Yes.
That's how I recognized her. I was like, oh, hey. I was like, you know, I remember you from Instagram. And she has the cutest ears always.
Yeah, all the time. All the time. She's so cute.
So, you know, little did I know, you know, how YouTube works or anything. And so it's funny when I first met them, they're like, oh, just know you're live. And I was like, how are you live? I was like, you can do this? I was like, wait, right now you're live? Like through the phone? Like I was old lady.
That's
like,
pretty incredible, right?
Like I'm their old lady friend that was like, show me how to hit subscribe.
That's us too.
Yeah,
that is so us. That's so funny.
She would say, you know, Jenna's one of my best friends in the world. I talk to her every day. I love her to death. But she would tell me stuff like, bop the like button. And I was like, what the hell is that? I was like, what am I bopping? I was like, who's being bopped? I was like, what?
Oh, that's so funny because that was so me. And for me, it was Jen from Earsom Emporium. She was the one that was like, Tanya, when you go live, your phone should not be like this. It should be like this. You know, I was just like, I didn't know what I was doing.
Absolutely. And at the time that I met Jenna, I wasn't living in Florida yet. And so the other nice thing too was the thing that they do and what you guys do is you allow people that aren't local to live vicariously through you, which is I tell her all the time, I say, you don't realize what a service you're doing to so many. And it means
it's so
much.
true.
So when I was, I think we were in Minnesota 2 years ago and I was missing Florida and missing Disney. I just hop on here and for a moment you feel like you're back and you're with friends. And of course the chat, I think also makes all the difference, all of you guys too, because again, it's that community concept. It's not just a show. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we definitely have a community. There are about 120 dedicated people that if I hit the live button, they are every one of them are there every time. And then whenever more people come on, that's like, it's just the most incredible community and I've been bringing them on and meeting them through quarantine. Like I'm meeting you right now. I've been meeting the viewers. And it's just, you wouldn't believe, like the people are so fantastic. It's been the best thing ever. Yeah. I call them the crazy crew.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's the crazy crew.
That's what we are, the crazy crew.
Can I be like comptroller? I don't even know what a comptroller does, but comptroller of the crazy crew, or like some cool, like, cheerleader of the crazy crew. Like
exactly.
Title. I love that. No, I think it's so important how much community is involved in this, because at the end of the day, Disney is amazing, but getting to make friendships and memories with people is even more amazing.
That's so true.
Like I said, I can't wait to meet characters with you guys. Oh my God.
Yes.
That's why my Lake Buena Visitors TV show, LBV-TV, kind of came about, was I love characters.
Yeah, that's what I was wanting to know. Like, how did you go from Instagram to now you're on YouTube, and then you go live on Monday nights, right?
Yeah, 8:30. I know. I was like, oh no, I'm missing you. I was like,
I know. I'm sorry. Like, I made a commitment to everyone to go live at 8 o'clock every day. So that's kind of like, but I know that you were inviting me over to your channel as well. And we can make that happen. Like, that's not a big deal, because I'll just let all of them know that I'm going to be over there, and then they'll pop over there. So we can make that happen.
Now, Robin, you have to join us too then, too. Yeah?
Okay. Yeah. That's
Bring me in this way.
And I was like, wait, Robin's...
I know, it's backwards.
I got it.
We never know
so
which
you
way
were
we're
on
pointing.
Instagram. You ran into Resort TV 1 in the park, and they were showing you YouTube. And then you were like, hey, we can do this too.
Well, actually, how it happened wasn't even that, because I'll be honest, what you guys do is really difficult. I don't think the chat realizes, unless you are a YouTuber, oh my God, the amount of work and effort that goes into this.
It's so
crazy.
much work. It really is.
Yeah, especially live streaming from the parks. I've seen Josh and Jenna do it. It is, I mean, like at one point I'm grabbing the gimbal so she can go to the bathroom and eat something.
Yes.
Like,
and you got all your equipment. It's hot. now you got to wear a mask. You can't breathe. Everything's falling off, and you're talking to everyone at the same time.
You're trying to walk, talk, read chat.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're amazing at it, you guys. But how quickly, you can say, "Hey, Sarah J. Hey, Jay Frank." Hey, like you guys know everybody. You can talk. I'm like, I can't read. I'm trying. I'm really bad at this. So,
There's times we can't read it.
Yes.
But
When it's
but no,
bright out, you can't read it.
I'm sure. It's hard. It's hard. But we started the YouTube channel actually not to just start a channel. It happened because we like I say, my phrase that I always tell people is we bring styles and smiles into people's homes. And when the pandemic happened, I saw a lot of people depressed. There was no more Disney. The fireworks didn't happen anymore. Now everything started to fall apart. And, I was trying to think of ways, how do we bring Disney into people's homes? And, I said to Chris, I was like, I have a background in TV production. I used to produce the morning show for NBC. I was like, I can do a live show of some sort. And what if we brought the characters into people's homes? Because I know a lot of them because I'm such a character fanatic. So I actually know a lot of the friends of the characters, as we call them. And they're also furloughed right now and or taking their break right now. And I thought, you know what? Let's bring characters every Monday night into people's homes and let them talk and interview and chat with the characters. And then afterward, when the characters are done, we have a round table with our Instagram, YouTuber friends, Disney experts to talk about the theme of that week. Like, so for example, Memorial Day, I thought, how cool would it be to have Abe Lincoln from the Hall of Presidents? So Equity Ben is what his handle is. He does the Frozen show.
He was my very first interview during quarantine. Remember that, Robin?
Yep. We love Ben.
Very first.
Love him.
Well, if you get bored, go to watch one of our older episodes from Memorial Day. He did Abe Lincoln, and it was hysterical.
He is the funniest.
Yeah, it was
so
amazing.
Good. He's so talented.
And then we did a whole theme of Disney history trivia. We learned crazy things, too. Like, do you know what Walt's last words were, by the way?
I don't. Robin probably does.
Oh, no.
I used to remember. I don't remember.
It's insane. And it's true. It is Kurt Russell.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I had heard that before. Yep. Kurt Russell.
Yep.
So poor Kurt Russell to this day is like, I have no idea what the hell that meant.
Was it good? Was it bad?
Yeah, it's like, put him in a movie. I don't know. We have no idea. But yeah, so we did a really fun trip night and shirts. And then we had a virtual tea party with Alice from Alice in Wonderland and had all of our different Lake Buena Visitors customers who had the Alice in Wonderland shirt come in and ask her questions and have tea. And it was a lot of fun. And then afterwards, Jenna and our friend Jackie from Super Enthused came in and we talked at Disney tea, like Disney rumors, Disney, gossip.
Tell me some gossip. I want to hear some gossip.
We always love gossip.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, at the time, we were talking about, when will Disney open? How will it open? There had been theories.
Yeah. We've talked about that so many times. It was like, I think it's going to do this, and I think this, and maybe not this. And everybody was like, we can all just speculate all we want to, but we don't know anything. And when they made the announcement, we didn't know a dang thing. We were like, well, there you go. We thought we knew what we was talking about, but we don't. Yeah, you were close.
Well, we even talked about, because I had some insider information about, the soccer league. And I was like, oh, I think they're coming to Disney World. So we had fun with it. But we also had Muppets on. So the team that does the Muppeteering at Magic Kingdom for the show, if you've ever seen it, it's fantastic. Mm-hmm. They have their own puppets, and they did an Enchanted Tiki Room audition to honor, this way. You can't really see it, but it is a Tiki Room shirt we have. And they did Tiki Room audition.
I can show it. There it is.
Oh, there we go.
There it is. So everything's backward.
Yeah, it's one of our popular shirts. And I thought, I know that the Muppeteers make their own puppets. How cool would it be to have some Muppets do an Enchanted the Tiki room. The birds have flown the coop at the Tiki room. They've lost their jobs due to the coronavirus, and now there's a new opening. And they did a whole show, and different people from the chat were able to come in and ask them questions. And then afterwards, the actual Muppeteers did a whole panel as their human selves, told us about upcoming projects with the Muppets and Sesame Street. And we even heard first, we actually broke the news that Disney was going to have a new Muppet show on Disney Plus before it was announced, because we thought that it had been canceled already.
Yep.
So we always have really interesting guests. Last Monday was Crush from Turtle Talk, and we actually did a virtual Turtle Talk. So much fun, and he was hysterical.
Cool.
Oh my God, amazing.
Cool.
And it was World's Ocean Day. So afterwards, we had animal conservationists and trainers from Animal Kingdom that do the show Up, the bird show. And they told us all the behind the scenes. They even gave us pictures from behind the scenes. And it was amazing. So every week we have a theme. Coming up is Gusteau's next Monday. And so Gusteau from Paris is going to come back from the dead and show everybody how to cook. And that's funny. You got to come ask Gusteau some question, see how good his cooking skills really are. But yeah, so again, we bring in characters as well as a theme that goes along with it. We'll be doing cooking, tips and tricks, some fun stuff. But I wanted to bring characters into people's homes because I wished that Mickey or Cinderella addressed us during the coronavirus and so on. Sesame Street did an amazing job with CNN doing a town hall where they addressed the coronavirus, and now they even addressed racism, which is amazing. I mean,
I've been watching that. Yes.
You want to cry one of my favorite lines was Elmo's dad says to him, I need you to know that not every street is Sesame Street. And there's something about
makes me so sad.
Yeah, there's something about a character talking to you from your childhood that really resonates.
Strikes a chord for sure.
Yeah, no matter what age you are, no matter what race you are, no matter what country you're from, you understand them. And I thought we really missed the boat not utilizing Mickey to say, hey guys, I'll see you real soon. Don't worry. It's famous.
There was only one video that came out whenever he was addressing the Make-A-Wish kids.
Yes.
And he had his pajamas on and all that and said, this is what I've been doing during quarantine. He went out for a jog.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was boo-hooing. That was so good.
Me too.
Yes. It brings you, to see them. It brings you some hope that the magic is still there, that things can get better. And you also can learn, in a way that is fun. I call it edutainment, educational entertaining. And it really, it's a fun way to kind of escape for a moment. Or in the case of how Sesame Street was trying to relate to people of all walks of life or ages. And I would have loved to have had Cinderella in Magic Kingdom being like, hey guys, I'm cleaning with these wet wipes or something.
Wouldn't that be so great? That would have been so great. Yes.
Exactly. So I had Cinderella instead on my show to talk to her. What was she doing in the castle? And we learned some really cool things, by the way. Did you know that Tinkerbell goes into the Cinderella suite before Happily Ever After, and she's really tiny. And and Cinderella helps sprinkle some pixie dust on her, and Tinkerbell becomes big. And then that's how she can then come out the window and fly down above us so that we can see her.
I was wondering how that worked, because Tink is usually so tiny.
Yeah,
right?
I loved that. I loved that live stream, by the way. That was so good. And Cinderella was singing. Oh, I was dying. That was so good.
And so beautifully, like we were all crying. I was like, ah. But again, I wrote to Disney before I did the show, saying, hey, I'm a Disney fan, and I would love to see some of the characters send us a message. Of course, Disney didn't write back, but again, I always like to write Disney a message in the hopes that maybe they listen or see it. And I think that, if they couldn't do it, I was like, you know what? Hell, we can do it, Chris.
Yeah, somebody can do it. Exactly.
Yeah, so that's realistically, we didn't start a YouTube channel to per se be like news. It was more to entertain people now that they need it, as well as edutain, as I call it. So having Disney into your home in a fun way. And we'll continue to do it even after the parks open, because a lot of people can't necessarily go to the park or be.
That's right. That's right.
And
That's the whole
especially
reason
now.
why I do what I do.
And especially now, a lot of
And
people either
you will get
can't or
messages.
won't choose.
Yeah.
They'll choose not to go for
Oh, yeah,
whatever,
that's the big
health
thing.
reasons.
Well, you guys have been. I know Tanya's been to Universal. It's been empty.
Yes.
Like
empty.
bizarrely empty. To the point, Jenna and I the other day had our own park. It was
literally,
yeah. And I mean, I actually, in some ways, I told Chris, I was like, I'm a little concerned because, I mean, I know that they're big conglomerates, they have money.
I don't think we will ever see Disney like that, though.
I don't either.
I was wondering what you guys think. Will people flock?
I don't know.
But then again, Disney Springs is empty too. Like, you wouldn't think Disney Springs would be as empty as it is, but it's empty.
Right.
Like, I was down there today. It was like empty.
But it's gotta be more than we're thinking, where they're having such an issue with too many reservations.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking. I never thought I would say I hope Disney is busy, but I hope that places are busy because
hope it's busy enough to make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
Yes, to make money, to be able to keep Cinderella, to keep Mickey, clothed. So I know Mickey only wears pants, but still, he's
got a lot of different clothes that he wears for different occasions.
He is. So I just, Universal, I joke with my husband, I was like, we need to go buy a wand. They need our money. I was like, but, we'll see how things go as more people get comfortable. I have to say, I felt very safe at Universal.
Me too. Yeah.
Even at the Starbucks in Universal, before you can even enter, you have to hand sanitize to even enter the Starbucks, which they don't do at Disney Springs. But at Universal they do. So you hand sanitize. Someone hands you your drink in Universal on one of those 8 cartons, so nobody ever touches your actual drink. Yeah, they have the gloves even, and they change the glove. Universal's crazy. Like, I mean, it was like surgery being done to my latte.
That's how our Starbucks here serves it. They out the window in a cup. You have to take it out. You don't touch anything. They put it in a box or a cup, something.
Disney,
you don't touch it.
Didn't do that.
They don't touch it. You don't touch it.
I felt very, very comfortable. So I can only imagine Disney's going to institute similar.
Oh yeah.
But like we were talking about with YouTube again, I love characters, and if you go to Minnie Maria Mouse, you can see all my crazy character interactions. From me, I chased Little John around Magic Kingdom as Robin Hood. I dressed as Robin Hood. And Little John was one of those rare characters that they had last summer. And literally, I was just in awe. So I'm with my little fox ears, and I'm running around, like skipping around with Little John. I even got to dance with Friar Tuck. And it was just, I love the characters. So again, for me, I joke that we're very blessed. So many people tune in on Mondays to watch this. But I joke with Chris, even if nobody watched, I'm having the best time.
You're having the
right? Exactly. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. That's for sure.
So
so cute.
I'm glad to be able to share the magic the way you guys do. Like I said, it meant a lot that while I was working late, I know Chris is working late too, that you guys were on because you didn't feel alone. Like I felt.
And late night chats, we talk about everything, not just.
You never know what's going to come up on late night chats.
Here lately, we've been kind of talking about a little bit of everything every day. Yeah. From how often do you change your bed sheets to how do you separate your laundry? We just kind of like went all the way off the rails here because you can only talk about Disney so much over 80-something days.
Oh yeah, but at the end of the day, it's about getting to know each other and talk about you would randomly talk about with your friends. And,
and that's exactly what we do. And we do talk with our friends. We bring them on the channel. So, but Maria, I think you're awesome. And like I said before, I'm so glad to have met you. And I wish I would have met you a long time ago because you bring so much energy, so much love, your love for Disney. So your Instagram, Minnie Maria Mouse, right?
Yeah.
Mini Maria Mouse, that's your personal Instagram, how the whole thing started.
Yeah.
And then off to your business page, Lake Buena Visitors. This is all on Instagram.
You got it.
They're on Etsy. They're now on YouTube, LBV-TV, every Monday night live at 8:30 with characters. I want all of my followers, all of my subscribers, go follow her. Go follow them. They're amazing.
Well, I'd be honored to have the Crazy Crew because that's a cool crew.
I already follow
the Crazy
you.
Crew.
I don't know much about Instagram, but I already follow you there. I follow you on YouTube.
I'm trying to get Robin. She was like, hey, I posted something today. I was like, I saw you. Yay!
I think I posted 3 things in all the time I've been on there.
Robin, will you message me? Because I was trying to find you.
Oh.
Yeah,
I will.
The other day, Robin said something cracking me up. I was watching you guys again. I was like, I need to message Robin. I just kept typing in.
There's no telling what it was because Robin.
I think I'm in there as Diz Lovin' Robin.
Okay. Yeah, I mean
DIZ Lovin' LUVN. I think Robin.
Okay.
It was Diz Lovin' DePaulo, but I changed it.
Gotcha. Yeah, for me, it's always really special to get to meet people like myself because. Although it's amazing to get to chat with, a lot of the people that come in the chat room, it's also really amazing to get to have people that you can experience the parks with and get to have memories with in person too. So like I said, when Chris met Tanya, he was like, yeah, spirit animal.
Yep.
We park hop till we drop.
Yes,
that's what we do for sure.
We close parks all the time.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
We're the last ones out every time.
Literally, we were the last ones out of Magic Kingdom. For real.
A couple of times to the point where they like,
leaders
one
are
time they
standing
never
there,
asked us to
swept
leave.
the entire park, and they're just looking around, and I'm like,
well,
we
remember
can't be
that
the
one
last
night
people
they forgot
left.
us. They
And
had
he's shaking
actually
his head.
closed
Yep.
Magic Kingdom, and we're walking out, and they go, "Where did you all come from?" And we were like, "We were right in there on the rocking chairs. They didn't even see us."
I love it. Wait, I have something really cool for you guys and the chat. That is a little thing that people don't realize you can do. If you are the last to leave Magic Kingdom, now you guys may have done this, I don't know, but you can ask to close Cinderella's castle. And you can actually bring down the doors and close her castle. As long as you are the last from that area. So just ask the security, say, can I help close her doors? And they'll say yes. And then they'll help you. There's a video somewhere of me doing it. Like my friend is doing like her phone as a flashlight, and I'm like, coolest thing ever.
I would just die.
Oh my gosh.
Come true. As you know, Tanya, I'm a huge fan of Cinderella. So for Halloween, I dressed up as her. And my husband, I made him dress as Prince Charming, even in the 95-degree heat in like polyester dyeing. But we never got wedding photos because we had just a private beach wedding real quick. And so I said, Chris, I just want some good pictures, and this will be like our wedding photos, okay?
Oh.
And they came out amazing. Oh my God. They're in the Cinderella episode on our YouTube channel, but literally instead of wedding photos in our house, we have like our Cinderella Prince Charming picture. But Chris looked so much like Prince Charming.
That sounds so nice.
It was amazing, but we had a problem where all the little girls thought he was the real Prince Charming, and we're all running after him. And so what happens is you can't do the Halloween party because, all these little kids want to hang out with Prince Charming. So we had to change. He changed into one of our Halloween shirts. But I kept my Cinderella dress on. I was like, no, I'm living this day.
Yes.
So yeah, no, I'm like, again, there's just so many neat things you can do at Disney. I've been going, like I said, so much. And even now that we're, unfortunately closed, there's so many tips and tricks I'm learning even that you can do and experience. Even if you live here, I think the experiences that you can have that are different and unique every time, there's so many permutations of it. So many different things that I just keep learning. Ample, I don't know if you know, there's a marathon party after the Epcot Wine and Dine where even if you didn't run, because I didn't, sorry, anybody that's running, I can't.
No running here.
Yeah.
I can want
legs weren't made for running.
We stay up too late to get up early and run anywhere. Yeah.
Exactly. You get me. So, but you can, it's basically a big party where Epcot stays open till 3 a.m. and there's rare characters out at all the different countries, and food and drinks that are also different than what is usually out for food and wine. So Chris and I had the best time ever. We were the only people that actually stayed up till 3 a.m. because we didn't run. So we got to enjoy all the characters, all the food. It's fantastic. Again, another thing I didn't know, that you could enjoy a party like that. So there's things that we just keep learning.
Wait, how do you get to do that?
Ooh, okay, so go to the Wine and Dine website for running and choose party tickets. Don't get the running thing. And
just get the party ticket.
Yeah.
Okay.
You basically have an empty Epcot to yourselves, basically, till 3 a.m. because the runners get tired. You know, by midnight, by 1 o'clock, they're dead. But those that can run,
fine.
We're doing that, Robin. That sounds like fun.
Will you guys be my dates? Because Chris is going to run it. Chris is going to run it because he's being a party.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll party it up then. We'll party it up.
We'll party it. He can run it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
that works for me. Christopher's like, wine and dine party tickets?
See? I know. I'm like, I the more and more that I do, enjoy Disney, I keep learning new things from people like you, from people in chats, from people on Instagram.
Angela said, I'm down to the party for the party and not the run. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Wine and dine party tickets. Here we come, Christopher.
Natalie
3
said,
a.m.
I need to do the food and wine
That's
marathon.
great.
It's on her bucket list. You'll do it, Natalie. We know you will. You're a rock star.
Oh yeah, now she's the runner of the group. She
Yep.
runs. She's got all the medals. All the medals.
Natalie does.
Have you
Of
seen
all
Natalie
of your
runs.
shirts, which one's your favorite?
Ooh, that's hard. I love, because they're art to me. Like whenever I make something, I said to Chris, if it can't be hung up on a wall, I don't want to make it, because I want people to feel like they're buying works of art that's beautiful. And, so everything is like my baby, I guess. It's hard. I guess I do love the Cinderella one. That is magical. Tanya talked about it.
Stunning.
I mean, what I wanted to do was the clock have basically the story of Cinderella all throughout it. So everything from the carriage is hidden in the outline of the clock. Her slipper is in the outline of the clock. The mice, the birds even. There's all these hidden Easter eggs that create the design of the outside of the clock. And I wanted the silhouette of Cinderella and Prince Charming in the clock that is actually in a hidden suite in Walt's apartment in Disneyland. So I took that and I kind of meshed the ideas together to commemorate, again, Walt and things of that sort, as well as Cinderella, one of my favorite characters, and make it really beautiful and romantic as well. But another, I would say, favorite, it's so hard. We have an awesome Mandalorian shirt for those that like Star Wars. Yeah, I love Star Wars, and I wanted to make stuff that was really rare and unique, because there's a lot of very similar looking things in the Star Wars merchandise universe. And so for those of you who know Mandalorian, he has a steel armor, and it's called Beskar Steel. And I said, Chris, what if we got an actual ink metallic that looks like the Beskar Steel, and we do it in a way so it looks like the Mandalorian insignia was melted into the shirt. So it looks like it was the forged steel with the, insignia, this is the way, and his face and everything. And so it literally looks like the melted steel. And we worked on it for 4 months to find the perfect ink that wasn't, too glittery or anything like that, but literally looked like metal. And It is so cool. I wear it a ton. Chris does too. It's, it's a really neat design and really rare, because there's so many Baby Yoda merchandise things. I make a point, as much as I love Baby Yoda, hold on, I really do love Baby Yoda.
That's my daughter's thing. She's Baby Yoda. Yep.
There he is. He's so cute.
I love Baby Yoda. But I was like, I want to do something that people haven't seen before, because there's tons of cute Baby Yoda merch, and I was like, let's do something that, you know, both men and women can wear. So yeah, I would say, you know, honestly, like I said, all of them are my babies. I love them all. Actually, you know what? This one might, hold on. There we go. I'm so bad at this with the left and right. So this one is Buzz Lightyear design. You know, there's a lot of Toy Story merchandise out there, but this is modeled after the famous 1960s poster that was called To Infinity, made by NASA to promote the space launch to the moon. They were doing a bunch of commercials and things of that sort, and this was the famous poster that NASA made. And it was one of the first designs I ever did, and I thought, how cool. A lot of people don't know that Buzz's famous line is inspired by NASA's slogan, Moon. And so I tweeted the shirt and picture at NASA, and wouldn't you guess it, they reposted me, and I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. And a couple NASA engineers bought it, and we got to actually ship one to Canaveral. I was like, oh, so cool. So, you know, all of them have such a cool story and a meaning.
It's hard to pick one, that's for sure.
And a lot of designers or a lot of companies right now actually don't design their own clothes. A lot of them are outsourcing them to this company, Fiverr, which is like a company where basically someone in another country will design an idea of yours, which is okay. But I take so much pride that these are my sketches, or these are, you know, my babies that I can bring to life and hopefully add some of that pixie dust that makes them special. So it's a really hard answer. I don't know. I know it's tough. So yeah, but again, I have to say, maybe from an emotional standpoint, this might be my most meaningful. You know, as much as the other designs are beautiful or fun or cool, this one is the first time where I can say, you know, my idea made a difference in some way, somewhere.
I have seen everybody wearing this shirt. The one that we're wearing right now, like I've seen a lot of people wearing that shirt.
Well, it's like I said, it's an honor because at the end of the day, it promotes again the concept of it's a small world after all. You know, taking care of each other.
Feeding people, feeding America. Are you kidding me? That's amazing.
At the end of the day, you know, it's like I said, it was heartbreaking to see how many people and are still struggling. You know, there's so much going on in the world. And so I said, you know, Chris, if this can be the design that we can keep giving back, like what a blessing that is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would get, you know, I'm going to say this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Disney park? And it doesn't have to be at Disney World, but whatever Disney park is your favorite.
Oh, it's so hard. I love them all. I have to say Magic Kingdom. I know it's like a probably usual girl answer, but there's something so magical about Cinderella's castle. And
That's our favorite park too, mine and Robin's. We love Magic Kingdom.
Yeah,
we always say Magic Kingdom is Disney. That's where it started. That's our favorite park, and the rest of them are equal because we love them all.
Yes.
Yes.
Like I still get like tingly feeling when I walk in every time.
Yes.
I've been through the doors at least 1,000 times, and I'm still
guaranteed when I walk under that. When I walk in there, I'm gonna cry. It's just it's a given. It happens.
And Donna said she already placed her order. Thank you for the coupon code.
Oh, I gotta find the code.
The
so
discount
I can order
code.
Oh, God bless you. Thank you so much. Bless your heart for again making a difference. This, like I said, this shirt means a lot. And you know, thank you so much, Donna.
What's your favorite ride?
Oh, that's so hard too.
You sound like Robin. She's like, I can't choose, Tanya.
I can't pick favorite.
I don't know. I can't
like it
pick
all.
one.
I like it all. I'm just that person. I don't have favorites.
Yeah, Robin, I get you. It's hard because, you know, like some days you're in a vintage mood. You want to experience Disney history and kind of feel that old school Disney. Some days you're in an Epcot mood and you want to, you know, have some fun around the world.
Sometimes you just wake up and you want to go scream on Slinky Dog Dash.
Yeah.
You never know.
No, I mean, it's so hard. Wow. Oh, God. It's like, God, this is harder than the shirt question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for me, I'll always love Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean, just because as a kid that was my go-to ride.
Yeah.
A lot of people say Haunted Mansion.
Yep.
I love it. Just, as a kid thinking, I mean, still to this day, those ghosts look real. I think they are. I don't know. They look
They
real.
do look real, don't they? Sometimes we talk about like how amazing Flight of Passage is, but if they took it away, you probably wouldn't be too upset. But if they took Haunted Mansion away,
Oh, good point.
We'd be like
devastated.
We'd tear down
you know
the
what
place.
I'm saying? Yeah.
We don't be rioting.
Because that's a classic. You can't do that.
Well, you saw when people made up the rumor about the Enchanted Tiki room being taken out.
Yeah.
Or Country
Oh,
Bears.
yeah.
Everybody went crazy, but you're right. If Flight of Passage left, maybe I don't think there'd be like people, petitioning.
No, there
right.
would be no petitioning. We'd be sad because it's a fantastic ride, but
Right.
nobody would like lose their complete mind because
Right.
it was. Can you
Like-
imagine them taking away
Like,
Small
no,
World,
this is Disney.
Pirates,
You don't touch those
Haunted
rides.
Mansion,
Oh, absolutely. Speaking of
People Mover, any of that stuff? People
yeah,
would lose their
totally.
mind.
But speaking of petition, that just made me think of something. So because I love characters so much, I don't know if you guys remember when Disney was about to take away PhotoPass and do boxes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, they
Yes.
did do boxes.
They did for a little while. And then,
Yeah.
so I am the girl that started the petition that has 500,000 signatures to get rid of the photo boxes. And I
Well,
literally,
thank you because we hated those things.
they were terrible.
Hey, David.
So,
Hi,
I mean,
David.
yeah, for me who loves characters, I didn't even think of the idea. I said, I'm blessed that I live here, but somebody who has one vacation, this is their one vacation ever, is going to get a terrible photo to remember the time that their child met Mickey. And so
I have some terrible photos from those boxes personally. Like I was like, what was I even doing? Like,
awful.
yeah, they're so
They
bad.
catch you mid bend, and it was like
Yeah.
they were
Yeah,
Yeah, you're like, you're like, it's not cute at all.
you
Yeah,
have
it's like,
character-
this is not what I want to take home and put in a frame, people. It was terrible. Well,
No,
thank you for that.
Well, it was
Amy Kane just chatted. She said she never knows what to say because she can't get it to type fast enough. But we got a message from Amy Kane.
Hey,
She said, I'm going to
Amy.
buy one of these beautiful shirts. It's so hard to decide, though. Aww.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you. And welcome to the LBV Club, girl.
Yeah, she was on last night. And the funny thing is, she said she's normally watching on her iPad. And I have to also say she's one of my very first viewers ever when I had 10 people watching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was like, a lot of times I'll go to chat and then I can't get it to go through. And then you've moved on to another subject and I'm like, forget it. So she got her message through tonight. Good.
Yeah, Amy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being a part of our crew too, Amy.
Christopher said, I want one of each shirt. Is there a multi-shirt discount? LOL. He's another one of my best friends. We actually went to dinner at Raglan Road tonight.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's Christopher.
Chris loves Raglan Road. So he was
Yeah.
like, wait, Raglan Road is open?
Yeah, it opened today. And I had the fish and chips. It was so good.
So good.
Yes.
Well, Chris, definitely sign up for that code. It's a good code. Let's just say, so you go to lbvclub.com, get the code. Nobody else knows. So the cool thing is you guys are hearing it first.
Oh, why does that always happen on my show, Robin? People tell us, spill
I'm
the
like,
juice.
what was that?
all the tea.
LBVclub.com.
LBV Club.
And then wait for there's going to be a little swipey thing that's going to jump in front. Yeah, it's going to jump in front of the screen. It's me in the Mandalorian shirt. So wait for it, and then plug it in. Bam.
Sweet.
Yes.
All right.
So
we are on it.
But yeah, no. The the photo boxes, awful. And it, I actually printed out all of the signed the petition of all the people from all over the world that signed it, and I brought it to each and every single park's guest services. And I said, this is for you. We don't want the boxes. And wouldn't you guess it, a week later, the boxes started to leave. And so it just goes to show that voices matter.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Putting in effort And whatever it is, you know, obviously I know PhotoPass in the grand scheme of what's happening now in the world is very minimal. But at the time, you know, this was a year ago, I was like, I want people to have the memories I did as a kid, where I can have these beautiful photos with my dad who's no longer with us and remember them fondly, not remember my dad like that. You know what I mean?
What's he doing? Is he breakdancing? What was he doing with Mickey?
I'm telling you, you can see some. I think I have in Minnie Marie Mouse, my Instagram. If you look for the highlights that say PhotoPass, I basically showed all the bad PhotoPass pictures of me. There's one where it looks like Tinkerbell's grabbing my butt. She's not. But the way it was angled, the box, it looked like something was happening. And just,
yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
It's not right. It's not right. I'm glad you did that. Thank you.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, now, hopefully because of whatever happened, that won't, I don't know, that might, maybe the boxes come back since the virus and cut like that. Oh, I see Wishes Forever. I know you. How's it going, Wishes Forever?
She wants to know if you have different necklines in your shirts.
We don't, but we do a tutorial how to cut some of them. So I turned this into a tank top. One bizarre thing we learned is tank tops are ridiculously more expensive.
They are. It's crazy. It's like you're using way less material. Why are you charging more for it?
Exactly. And a lot of the V-neck shirts you'll notice are heavier materials that you buy from a shop. And so I was like, you know what? We're going to find a way to do this where people can still have the amazing fabric that stretches with our shirts. I love that these stretch nice. And you can literally destroy them in the wash because I test them out, all of them. I do 30 washes and I see, okay, do they fall apart? Does the ink come out? Nothing. You can literally destroy them and nothing will happen to them.
That's good to know.
Yeah, I'm terrible. I don't know about you girls, but I'm the worst with laundry. I don't do the like. Oh,
yeah, they fit really good. Y'all know I'm not a little tiny girl, but this shirt is like super fitted, and this is a medium. It fits so good.
Yeah, so I mean, we do a whole tutorial how to cut them, so that way we save people money. Like my husband always says, we're the worst business people, but also technically the best. Because at the end of the day, I was like, I would hope a company would treat me the way I wish I was treated. And
absolutely.
Think of the bottom line too, because like I said earlier, the majority of our customers have at least 12 shirts, and I want them to be able to afford that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want them to break the bank because they, loved our designs.
Yeah.
So for me, that's really important.
That's awesome.
What month is your birthday?
January 2nd, National Hangover Day.
Wow. I bet you partied up big on your birthday.
No, everybody's sad on my birthday. And they're they're contemplating the next year. They're contemplating what happened in the past.
Well, you gotta celebrate on your birthday on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and then you can just be hungover with everybody else on the second. You'd be good.
I skip January 2nd. I'm like, whatever, it's okay. Even my own mom is like, sorry.
Joe said I'm not a tiny girl either. That's right.
I every guy, even my husband says, he's like, every guy likes a little, something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we just said that yesterday. Oh, I was talking to Jordan at Universal. He was talking about how his wife used to be so tiny. She was like 98 pounds. And I'm like, and she weighs what now? 103?
Right.
Because she's still tiny.
I was going to say, she is tiny.
And he said, well, maybe 120. And I was like, that's okay. Everybody likes a little.
That. She's a tiny.
I said, well, as good as you look at 120, you do not need to be 98 pounds. And she said, I agree. Yeah, because she looks really nice.
The last
115. Okay, I'm sorry. She can add 5 more pounds. Tell her to eat up some more of that Korean barbecue we're going to have Thursday night. Okay, Jordan? All right, well, we better wrap this up, Maria. If there's anything else you'd like to tell everyone about you, your channel, what we can expect in the future, what do you have in the plans?
We have a lot more fun stuff coming. We do every so often, once in a blue moon, a vlog. We try to make it different just because there's so many amazing people that do vlogs already, that are great for Disney news. So for us, it's usually something goofy.
That's me. I don't put out a lot of news. I'm just, on my pass holder page, I do put news out because that's where we need to put it. Because
Right,
pass holders
absolutely.
in the community we need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get the news everywhere.
Yeah.
There's a million sites that give the news.
Yeah.
Just do
so,
the
but
fun.
over here, we normally just act crazy. And that hence the name, right? And I stole that from Tom just now.
Yeah, but see, you get it. Like, again, the spirit animal. I guess for me, it's just a matter of having fun in a way that people otherwise wouldn't get to experience. So for me, even like the other day, Jenna and I did Universal, but our version of it. So at one point I'm telling her, like, show them how to flush the toilet with your wand, and like, you know, just being a goofball, like having fun, and you know, showing people just a different side of the parks, whether it be secret spells in Universal that nobody knows, which is real, by the way. So cool. So there's just a bunch of things that we'll do just for fun, again, to try and bring magic to people. You know, like I said, we'll have more designs. Mulan's coming out soon. But again, I love interacting with people. I mean, that's why I reached out to you and like Robin. I was trying to find. I was like, Robin. Again, I'm also terrible with social media, even though it seems like I know what I'm doing. I'm
terrible too. Terrible.
I get that.
But I love talking to people. So a lot of times people will, you know, if I recognize their name on an order and I see their Instagram handle similar, I'll message them and say, oh, actually, I did that to you, Tanya. I said, girl, you're not a large, you're a medium. Let me, you know, change your order.
I know she did. And I'm like,
no. So like I even try to fit.
I've told her that a million times when she's buying t-shirts at Disney. I'm like, why are you buying a large? I wear a large. Why are you wearing a large? She's like, they fit better. Like, you're not a large.
I'm definitely a large.
Well, whatever people feel comfortable in, that's what matters, you know. But at the end of the day, I'll even interact and help people get the right size and the perfect fit. You know, because like I said, it feels like you guys are family, and you know, I want to make sure that I tailor it as much as possible to people that are special.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that, because I did feel like I was getting like top-notch service. Like seriously, for you to have such a following that you have, and I know you're so busy and you don't sleep ever.
Well,
like,
you don't either.
For you
I was going to say.
No, I don't, but I've always been this way. This is just who I've always been.
Yeah.
For you to take the time to make that connection with me over my order, I appreciate that so much.
Well, I mean, that's why I started my company. Is I wanted to do something different than what everybody was doing, because I wish people did that for me. I can't tell you how much money I wasted on stuff trying to make it fit, or trying to also just feel comfortable when you're in the parks and feel beautiful. And I was like, if I can make a girl or guy feel fantastic, that means the world to me. But again, more things we're going to be doing is chatting here. I'm going to come in the chat whenever you guys go live and hang out with you guys. I love it so much.
That's funny, because Alyssa just said, welcome to the crazy crew, Maria. Yes, we're so glad to have you part of the crazy crew now. And you all also need to go be a part of the LBV club.
I am.
Yes.
I love it.
All right. Well, thank you, sweetheart. I cannot wait to hang out with you in the parks and meet characters with you, and get more shirts from you. And just next time I see you, drinks on me, okay?
No, drinks on. Chris already said we're taking.
I know. We've been fighting over that. You were like, no, on me. And I'm like, no, it's on me.
I will let you guys.
There's an opportunity for each of us to do that.
There you go.
Yes, we'll be around so much we can both.
I love it. That is true. That is true. I am Greek and Italian on one side, and so we love to feed people.
Yes.
Since we can't feed anybody.
Really? Because I like to eat.
I love feeding people. Like, my mom jokes, she's like, you're going to make your husband fat. But luckily, he plays soccer professionally, so it works out.
It's all good.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you guys are amazing. Again,
you're amazing.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking a moment. Well, let's see, almost 2 hours of your busy day to spend with us here. I appreciate it so much.
We love you. Thank you so much. And I can't wait to see you guys all in person.
I can't
I'll see you real soon, I'm sure.
As Mickey would say, right?
Yeah. See you real soon.
See you real soon.
All right. Good night, Maria.
Bye, Maria.
Bye-bye. I will send everybody over there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Isn't she like the best?
She's awesome. They both are so
Tom
sweet.
said she likes to eat 3 bites.
3 bites.
LOL. I eat a whole lot more than 3 bites. Did you not see me? I'm so chunky because I eat too much.
Stop. You're not chunky.
Were they not like the best?
They're awesome.
I cannot believe that I didn't know them until now.
Yep.
Like we were.
Well, why would you? How would you have known
I don't know, but it was just like we were put in each other's path because we got along so well, just like right off the bat. It's so good.
Yep. That's awesome.
But
so
yeah,
fun.
if you haven't already, you guys need to go over to if you're on Instagram, go to Instagram and follow Maria.
I put the link in the chat earlier, but
Mini
I don't think it's
Maria
been put in there in a
is
little
her
bit.
personal Instagram.
I didn't do her personal because I didn't know that one, but I did LBV.
And then it's Lake
Buena
Visitors. Lake Buena Visitors is their business page. So that's where you can get all these fabulous t-shirts. And I'm sure she's got links everywhere on their YouTube channel. You can subscribe to them.
Yeah, she said if you go to the YouTube, I put that in the chat too.
Yeah, they
you
have
go
those,
there, the links to all the other stuff.
Monday Night Lives with characters, which are super fun. Yeah. Oh, there she is in the chat. Thank you for having us. You're welcome. You're welcome. She said, you got it. Hee. I can never say it. It's awful. I'm going to be a pro. I promise. I'm going to be a pro.
Like Buena.
Yeah. Buena.
Lake. Yeah.
Buena. I got to practice so I can say it right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we got to talk for 1 second because I really need to go. I haven't even said hello to anybody since I walked in the door. Literally was running so late that I pulled in the driveway and came in here, turned on the computer, sent her the invite, and it was like, yeah, I haven't even done anything. I haven't even said, hi, honey, I'm home. Nothing. I just ran in the house really quick.
Luckily, the door tells them when you get there.
Yeah, the door says, what does it say?
Door.
Yeah.
Front door.
Front door, something.
Front
and then Trey
door.
came in here to say hi to me.
So they know.
Disneyland announced their opening on July 17th.
I saw that.
I might actually get to go on my vacation.
Their proposal, it still has to be state approved. But yes.
Well, I don't think it's not going to get approved, but you never know.
Not.
But maybe I'll get to go on my trip. I'm so excited. Now we just have to wait to see if Star Wars Night is canceled. Because if Star Wars Night is canceled, we're not going to go.
Exactly.
But if they still have it, we're going.
Yep.
So that's that whole thing.
That's awesome. Yes, their birthday.
Huh?
Their birthday.
Yeah. Isn't that insane? And that's what, remember Matthew Kent was on the chat?
Yeah.
And he said, I have a suspicion that they're going to open on their birthday.
Yeah.
And he messaged me as soon as it was announced. He said, didn't I tell you? I was like, you nailed it.
You got it.
He's in chat right now saying, I told you. You were right, Matthew Kent.
Yep. It was
Give
a great theory.
that man an applause. That was great.
It was a great theory. Yep.
That was good. Anything else? So the Disney stores opened up today. Well, more of them at Disney Springs. We got Ever After Jewelers is open now. Pen Traders is open now. Disney Style is open now. The Goofy Candy Company is open. Guess what I got, Robin?
Open?
Guess what, Robin? Oh, I bought a bag of the caramels, but they must
you
be
did?
In there. Yes, I bought the caramels.
I had a couple today. Gary hid them in his little cabinet over here by the bed, and I went in there because I knew that's where he hid them.
Yes.
And I went in there today. I just had a hankering for one, so I grabbed two. Had 2 little.
I had a couple in the car on my way home. I
gotta save them for him.
These are so good. It's been a minute since we had some of these caramels.
Yep.
But you can get the caramels in World of Disney. I just didn't grab any.
Right.
What else? Oh, and what I didn't know until I got there, the Christmas store was open. The Star Wars store was open. Raglan Road opened today, their restaurant.
Yeah.
Entertainment was going on. They still had, all of that was still going on today.
That's great.
We got caught in a pour down. I mean, my hair actually looked good earlier today. I promise. Like,
it always looks good. Stop it.
Really? What's
your hair always looks good.
I got a hair appointment on Friday. I cannot wait.
I need a haircut so bad.
I ain't even going to show y'all these roots that are this long.
February. I haven't had my haircut since February. I need a haircut so bad.
Yeah, you do need to go get a haircut. To who you going to go see?
I don't know.
If your girl's not doing haircuts anymore, you're going to have to find a new hair cutter.
I know.
Oh, David T gave us the Today in Disney History. Today in Disney History, 1960, Disneyland's Pack Mules Through Nature's Wonderland opens in Frontierland. Really? What is that? Originally called Mule Pack from 1955 to 1959, the attraction runs through 1973. Oh, that's why we don't know about it.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
It was gone in 1973.
Never heard of it.
I was going to say, what's that? That's why we don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Andrea said definitely could spend hours in the Christmas store. Andrew has to drag me out. I was like crazy in the Christmas store.
I've been trimming my own bangs
I was just like, oh, the music, the smell. You know where I most lost it was the Goofy Candy Company. Huh?
I was talking to Linda. Sorry.
What happened?
She said, I've been trimming my own bangs. So not cool. So about
you did that a few times. Yeah, she actually did that a couple of times.
But I'm not willing to cut this. I need a cut.
Oh, it's where Big
ends
Thunder
are getting
currently
so
is.
And dry and
Well, the other day when you did that whole blow dryer brush thing,
I did it today. You'd never know it.
What happened?
It looked good earlier.
It must be product.
It's just the ends are so.
Oh, you just need a trim.
I
That's
need
all.
a trim, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it will be fine. It's
I do love that thing. Like, I wish I had hair long enough to do that because that's pretty. Wow.
I love it. I love it.
I got my hair and I think she means brows. I got my hair and brows did today, little Heather. You go, girl. Canada opened up so y'all can go get your hair did.
I'm keeping it long. I just need a trim. The dead ends need to be cut off.
Yeah,
so
and
it's not
Christopher
so dry
said,
on the
stop. You always you never look bad.
Okay, thanks.
Yo, you don't.
You should have seen me earlier when Tanya FaceTimed me. You might think differently.
We both FaceTimed this morning looking a hot mess. I was like, girl, don't tell nobody you ever saw me looking like this. Woo!
I look like death. Do not.
I thought you looked beautiful. We got more. We got more. Today in Disney history. Let's see. What's that say?
Over 100,000 people.
Oh, yeah, 100.
Attend a free outdoor premiere of Pocahontas on the Green Lawn in New York City's Central Park, 1998. The BET Soundstage
BET
Club.
Black Entertainment Television.
Okay. Soundstage Club opens at Disney's Pleasure Island. Why do I not remember that?
Oh my goodness.
Why do I not remember that stage?
I don't know. I never got to go to Pleasure Island. I actually wish they still had Pleasure Island because that sounds like it would be a place I would love.
Too. Oh, we would have so much fun there.
On and popping, girl.
We would have so much fun
especially
there.
Tanya in her 20s in Pleasure Island. That would have been fun. Well, maybe they probably couldn't handle me back then. I don't know. That would have been a little bit too much. They'd be like, "Excuse me, ma'am, but you're gonna have to leave. This is Disney. We don't allow that stuff around here."
There were limits.
I was not that bad. I'm kidding you all. I was a party girl, but I've always been a good girl. I was just a party girl.
Yes.
What, you never did? No, I never did Pleasure Island. Remember, I didn't start coming here until 2004.
Yep.
There was no Pleasure Island. And if there was, like, I was just here on vacation. So it wasn't something that I even knew about, like, because I was new to it all.
I think it was still, it had to still
Twerky
be
Tanya,
there.
Donna
Ryan
said.
performed there.
No, we did the percolator. That was way worse than twerking. You don't want to do the percolate. Time for the percolator. Don't look that up because, woo! It's going to blow your mind, people. Oh my gosh. Oh, Linda said, I think part of it was still open. See, I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, it was. Because Ryan, when we came down there with the high school and they performed, they went to the jazz club. I think
She
it was.
said, I got to go Google it.
And that was 2010.
That's so funny. There's always Atlantic Dance, but it's not as hoppin' as Pleasure Island was.
Right.
Mannequins was a cool club and the Adventurers Club. I don't know what the name of the club is that we went to one night and they were dancing downstairs. What night? I think Christopher was with me. Oh, Christopher said it was New Year's Eve every night. Christopher, what was that club we went to at Disney Springs? When they were dancing downstairs and I was like, oh, I need to learn this dance so I can come back and dance with
the
them.
Boardwalk, I thought. No?
No, it was at the Edison. Yeah, I like that place.
The Edison,
so that was more hopping than the Atlantic Dance Hall. Atlantic Dance Hall was like, it was fun because of the people I was with, but the groove was not like my groove. Some of it was, but it was like a whole lot of old stuff.
Yeah.
Not that I don't like old stuff. I still like old stuff. My husband was playing old jams earlier today, and I was like, dang, this takes me back, honey, to like whenever we were younger. These are all the jams. Jelly Rolls is a lot of fun, for sure. Tanya danced on stream that time. I sure did, Diane. I like to dance, girl. I like to have fun. If there's a dance floor, I'm dancing. And I will stay dancing until they close the place. And guess who else is like that? Jace. If Jace is a male version of me in his 20s when I was in my 20s, it's going to be bad, Robin. I'm going to have my hands full. Girls going to be calling my house all hours of the night. And I'm going to be like, girl, don't call here no more. Oh, yeah. I tell Mariah all the time, I'm like, you already know I'm too old to be going chasing your brothers at Disney Springs. You're going to have to be going down there and say, Mama said you better get home now. Yeah, because I ain't doing it. I'm ticked off. I miss the Pleasure Island days. I know, Sarah J.
Yep. New Year's Eve every night.
Mm-hmm. I learned the Macarena. How does it go? That was a long time ago. Hey, Macarena. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, here's some more. 2000, Disney invites 500 residents of Orlando with the last name Jones to attend the grand reopening of Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular after a 6-month refurbishment, and 2003 Jungle Book 2 released on DVD.
Wait a minute. 500 people with the last name Jones all got to come to the Indiana Jones show?
Yep.
Now, that was cool, Disney. You got to give them some props for that. That was pretty creative.
That is cool.
What time did the kids wake up?
Don't ask.
The kids woke up at like 11 or 12 o'clock.
Yeah, when we were finishing up, after you hung up, after you ended
after stream, I ended the live stream
for a couple minutes, and she looked at her phone and she goes, "What are my kids doing up?"
They're up.
I told you.
They woke up. They like took a nap. Mariah said she never went to sleep.
Oh.
She said she laid in there and tried. What was that?
Be a bug.
Oh my God. Another bug. She's freaking out. Get the bug!
Oh my God. It's too much.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, Dan. The kids woke up and then they were up way too late. I was like, why would you go to sleep at 8 o'clock for a nap? I don't even know.
And it's one that has a lot of legs.
It has a lot of legs. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
In the bathroom.
My son is always breakdancing at the Disney parties when the music plays. He busted a cartwheel one night in Cosmic Rays at the Christmas party. Sarah, enjoy those moments now,
Absolutely.
honey. Enjoy. Get up and dance with your baby girl.
Yes.
Dance with him.
Exactly.
Because guess what? When they
Just
become
like that,
teenagers, oh, no.
Stephanie.
It's not cool to get up and dance anymore. I'm like, come dance with me. She's cracking me up. I hate it. I don't like Jace now that he's a preteen. I'm like, you're no fun. You used to dance with me all the time. Mariah went through that stage though. Like, she would dance with me. Everything was mom. Everything was great. And then she became a teenager. And then nothing was cute anymore.
I know. It's sad.
She didn't like anything I liked.
Nope.
Nothing I did was cool. I was embarrassing.
Yep.
Yeah. But now she thinks I'm cool again. Now she'll dance with me again. So I got my baby back.
Yep.
Yeah, she will dance with me all the time now.
Oh,
but why do I hate that teenagers feel like they have to go through that stage. But I mean, I guess it's all teenagers. They just get a little.
Yep. It's just
ridiculous.
the natural course of things.
Yeah.
Dawn,
we need an update on the baby bunnies.
As far as I know, they're fine. I've checked them. They're still
What did
breathing.
the Humane Society say?
They're still moving. I got a chair from my patio furniture and I flipped it upside down because like the dog hasn't like gone over to it, but Fenway like walked on it and I'm afraid, you know, his foot's going to go in there and step right on the bunnies. So I got something that's open enough on the top that the bunny can get in, the mama can get in there, but that will keep the dogs away from it. I'm going to have to go get something better. I'll go find some chicken wire or something.
Yeah, I think your dogs will probably stay away. I'm more concerned about like the fox.
Well, yeah, but it's in the fenced in area. It's in the penned in area.
Okay.
But I don't want to take any chances that the dogs are going to sniff it out and dig it up or, you know, like Fenway stepped on it twice today. I went with them to make sure that they weren't like going over to sniff at it or bother it. But he was just walking in the yard and, you know, I'm like, Fenway, Fenway. And he started to like, his paw went over it or on it. So I'm just afraid he'll step in on it because they're in a hole, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go get
hopefully
something.
They're okay.
I checked them tonight, you know, before it was getting dark.
Yeah.
And they're moving. You can see them breathing and moving. So they're fine. But I haven't seen Mama come over to them today. She might come in the dark, but haven't seen. Fenway doesn't weigh very much, so I don't think so either. But his paw went in, so I'm just afraid he'll step on them. So we'll get something because I just want to make sure that Mama can get into them, but nothing else can. So
thank you, Adventures with, is it Mav or Mauve?
I can't wait to see how many are in there. I'm so excited to see how many.
How would you pronounce that, Robin? Adventures with Mav, or is it Adventures with Mauve?
Maeve?
Maeve? Adventures with Maeve?
Well,
Maeve sounds better.
No, Maeve would probably have an E at the end, like wave. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Maeve or Mav?
Well, we're going to say...
Maybe it's Mav.
Mav? Yeah, maybe Adventures with Mav. I like that. Okay, we're going to go with Adventures with Mav. She said, or he said, I don't know, we think you're cool.
Well,
thank you.
Adventures with Mav, we actually watched the bunny give birth to them yesterday.
Yeah, that's so cool.
She dug the hole and birthed them right there, and then she covered the hole up and cleaned herself all up and then went away. So also, they're brand new babies. So I'm very worried about them.
Hi, Brenda. Brenda said hello from
short for Maverick.
Ontario, Canada.
Mav,
I am
short
looking
for
for
Maverick.
what Christopher said because I was cracking up. Where did
He
it
was
go?
so funny. He's like, I like food, I like wine, I like dine, and I love to party.
So hey,
Let's go.
yeah, I don't see what where his comment went, but he was saying something about it's not nice to laugh at your daughter who's dealing with a bug that has many legs or something. I don't know what he said.
That's all right. She'd laugh at me, so I don't feel too bad.
Yeah.
Adventures with Mav said our 1-year-old son's name is Maverick, but we call
him Mav. That is so cute. I love that.
Everyone
so that must be their YouTube channel, and they have a channel about their adventures with their son Maverick. How cute is that? I love that. Good night, Gail. I know it's so. I cannot believe Gail stays up every night. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning there. That's crazy.
Good night,
Thank you, Gail. I appreciate that.
You're the bomb, Gail. What time is it there? 4 o'clock in the morning? 3 o'clock in the morning? Mama bunnies don't stay. They just come and go and sometimes seem missing for a long time. Yeah. There were 2 of them that hung outside the fence for quite a long time last night. Probably another hour or 2. Just hung around real close by for a while. And then we saw one out in the yard, but it was at the other end of the house today.
Christopher also said he wants to hide in the park till he's the last person to shut the castle door. I hear you, Christopher. I'm there with you. That's good.
I did read that they do come back and nurse them, though. So I don't know.
Well, they would have to, it seems like.
In the early morning.
Oh, we got another today in Disney history. 2007 Broadway cast of Mary Poppins performed Step in Time. I love that.
Tony
I
Awards.
just get chills thinking about that. At Tony Awards. 2012, the Newsies take 2 Tony Awards in the music category.
Musical category.
And Peter and the Starcatcher take 5 Tonys in the play category. That was in 2007. Wow, Disney was like grabbing all of them.
That's cool.
It's 3:17 a.m.
Goodness, Gail.
Good night, Gail. Go get you some sleep, hon.
Every night for you.
Yeah. We be hiding in the bushes, Christopher said. Yeah, we are. If Mama doesn't stay with them, how do they eat? Yeah, that's what Sherry was saying.
Yeah, Mama will come back either early in the morning or at night when no one can see. No,
Brenda said, love your stream. Your chat warms my heart. Aw. Well, thank you for being here, Brenda, all the way from Canada. I appreciate that. Yeah, welcome to the Crazy Crew. We go live every single day at 8 o'clock, most of the time, which leads me to what I'm going to say next. I might not be going live this weekend because I'm going with my family to Legoland.
Good for you.
We are having a little staycation, so we might not be live for that.
That's okay.
Tomorrow, I do have a vlog for Disney Springs today too. I just have to edit it, put it together, and then I'll put that up sometime tonight or in the morning. And then tomorrow, I'm going to SeaWorld.
Right.
I'll vlog that too. Christopher and I are going to meet around 10 a.m. at SeaWorld. I'm pretty excited about that.
Nice.
We got to get a game plan together tonight, though, because they're only doing one of each show tomorrow. So we got to have like a strategy on how we're going to do that.
They only what?
Let me just tell you all about Legoland.
You like my ears, Al? They're my favorite. They're one of my favorites for sure.
Those are some of my favorites.
I ordered another pair of ears.
Oh, which ones did you order? From Cargo?
No. You know the lady that did my illumination ears?
Yes.
Her son and daughter-in-law, or daughter-in-law to be, are both Disney cast members, and obviously they've both been furloughed, and they live down there, so they have rent and expenses, and unemployment hadn't come through.
The lady who does your ears.
Yeah. So she did a fundraiser this weekend, or all last week, and she was selling stuff every day. She had like 28, 30 items every day that she was going to sell, and every penny of it was going to them to help them, because I guess their engine went on their car.
Oh my
All
gosh.
that. So yeah, so they had, in addition to everything else, they had other expenses that came up, and they don't like to ask for help. So
You're
she
such a nice person, Robin.
sold her a bunch of stuff. So I ordered a pair of ears that she was selling. So
Do you want one of these shirts?
that is amazing. I would love that shirt. Are you kidding
I'm
me?
gonna get you one. I'm gonna get you one.
You don't have to do that.
All proceeds of this shirt
I
feed
know.
people in America, hon.
I know.
I'm going to get everybody one.
One. I'll
Yeah,
show you
we gotta do
I really
it.
shouldn't have bought the ears, but it was for a good cause, so I did it.
Yes, I will see Jen from Earsome Emporium tomorrow. I'm sure she's gonna be. Oh, those are cute. Oh, those are so cute. Don't show Donna. Put them away. Hurry.
Donna, look! Donna, look! Hurry!
They're so cute.
I think they're called. What were they called?
Ah,
My favorite park things.
my favorite park things.
Yep.
Those are perfect. Cute, says LD. Yes, they are so cute.
You just did.
Not that Matterhorn Matt in the house. What's up? Linda said her ears are great quality and she loves them. What are they called again? What's the company?
As You Wish Custom Embroidery. Yeah, I have
As
two
You
pairs
Wish.
from her. I have
Those
my
are
illumination
so cute.
ears, and I have a 4th of July pair that she made for me. Yep. And I will have her make me a DCP pair for Ryan,
Yeah.
to commemorate his time there.
For you, yeah.
That's going to wait until I'm back to work.
I just ordered a shirt. Glad they delivered to Canada. Yeah. Thank
Love
you for
Joey.
that. I'm glad you all are. These are
Joey.
fantastic.
You met Joey. Remember when we were in Magic Kingdom I think it was last May, and we ran into her at
Robin, we need to chat. Donna said.
Were we outside Diamond Horseshoe or Liberty Tree? We were outside one of them, and I ran into her, and her son took a picture. Remember they was doing a little video?
Yep, I remember
And
that.
that's her. That's her. That's Joey.
Yeah.
Very
Need to
nice.
add more ears to my collection. Yes.
Okay, Donna.
Get your ears, Callie. I love all the ears. I just can't wear them. They give me a headache. Which was what happened to me today. Like the mask that Jen made me is so dang cute, but it has an elastic that goes around. That's how sensitive my head is. I had the elastic on. Now I have to tell you, her mask was insane with quality.
Absolutely.
The fit,
Everything.
yeah, just like you could tell, like it's done very, very well. And I wore it today because I wore my Cinderella magic band for the first time in months because I haven't worn this since the park's closed.
Yep.
I wore my Be Kind shirt and Jen's mask, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to be cute today. And then it rained. And I was going to like get some Instagram pictures and try to be like the young people. That didn't work out. But anyway.
They do. They're not
Yeah.
hard.
But I just started getting a massive headache from the band.
Elastic, yeah.
That stinks
Like your
because
savers
I was
today.
not having to worry about the mask fall down my face. So that strap helped so
It
much.
makes a big difference. It really does.
Yeah.
For ears, Sarah, yeah, they're around the same price as the parks, maybe a little bit more, but the quality is amazing, and they're custom.
Tanya, where on earth do you get your memory from? My memory? I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm going to tell you, I do not have a memory. I can leave here, walk in the other room, and think, why did I come in here?
Yeah,
I don't even remember.
You remember people. You remember
I remember people. Yes.
Events. You remember where you meet people. You have an amazing memory.
Part of my memory is good because I love people. So I try my very best to remember everybody.
She does remember everything.
Yeah, that part just comes natural for me though, just because I love people and I love to talk. But ask me something else and it's going to be like, I don't even know. I don't even remember my name half the time. I go through every person in the house before I actually get to the right kid's name. That's how bad it is. And they're like, do you even know who we are?
I even called the dog's name.
Oh, Christopher said, Tanya, I sent you a show schedule. First show is at 10:30. Then maybe we should get there a little bit early because if we get there at 10 and there's a crowd in front of us, we might not make it to the 10:30 show. What do you think? You are not Dory, but you are Doug. Who's Doug? Oh, Squirrel. Yeah, that's me, Squirrel. I am Doug for sure.
That's too
good to see David Mendoza in chat tonight. Hope you're doing good, David.
Okay, David.
You so smart, Christopher. All right, well, we better wrap this up. It's 10:30. I need to go say hello to my family. And I think that's all. We don't have anything else to put out today. So nice to talk with everybody. I may or may not be live this weekend. And also, well, I'll talk to Christopher about that. I just had a thought that just came through. So I need to write that down so I don't lose that thought.
Yeah, Diane. The pattern that Jen used is the oh gosh, what was the name of it?
I can't remember.
Used it was the first pattern that I made too. But it was so thick because it's so many layers. I couldn't breathe through it. It was a hospital that designed it. Yeah. It was a couple nurses in a hospital that designed it. Those were the first ones that I made too. The one I make is pretty similar. It just doesn't have as many layers. It doesn't have the third layer. And then a filter too. So this is just a 2-layer and you can add a filter. So, but it's the same basic design.
Hi, Christine. Christine, when you coming out to play? Christine just lives down the street and I haven't seen her yet since quarantine's been over. Let's go to Four Rivers together next week.
How far is it from Disney?
What is it?
Ocoee.
Ocoee? Yeah, it's not far. It's not far at all. I don't know. I mean, it's like Ocoee is literally like right here, I think.
Okay.
Why, are you looking for a house in Ocoee?
I'm looking at everything. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Ocoee is like right next door to Winter Garden.
We've just been looking for ideas of what's out there and what things are renting for and stuff like that. Steph was looking at them the other day and she's like, oh no. Oh, this is ugly. Oh no. Ugly kitchen. I'm like,
yeah, some of it is kind of
She's like, oh no.
Yeah. And then you find things and you're like, oh, that is too nice. And then you're like, oh, but that price though. I remember. All right. Well, good night, everyone. I could talk to you all night. It kills me to hit that end button, but I need to go talk to my family because I love them very much. So I'll talk to you all very soon. Always do what makes you happy and dream big. Don't forget I'm putting up a vlog. Make sure you all are watching my vlogs and comment and like and share or whatever to help me out on that so we could try to get more views and stuff. Like I think if you don't have time to like watch the whole thing, I think if you only watch for a couple of minutes, it actually pops up as a view. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Nice. Or if you're cleaning the kitchen or taking a shower, just play it and then, hey, I get a view off of that. So I appreciate that.
That's what I do for a lot of channels that because I don't have time to sit down and watch everybody.
Exactly.
So a lot of times that's what I'll do. I'll just put them on. Even when I was working, I would put them on and just let them run. And I could hear bits and pieces, but at least I got the watch time. Yep.
Yes. Okay, so always do what makes you happy. Dream big, everyone. And let's say good night to John Boy. Good night, Grandpa. Good night, Elizabeth. Good night, Rosalie. Good night, Matt. Good night, Pamela V. Good night, Amy Kane. Oh, now I see your face. I love it that I met all of you. Good night, Jordan from Epcot Forever. Good night, Crayola. Good night, Sarah J. Good night, beautiful, beautiful Joy Frank. Good night, Christopher. Good night, David. Good night to
Maria.
Yeah. LBV-TV, you guys. She was awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good night, Brenda. Make sure you all are subscribed to Maria, LBV-TV. Follow them on Instagram. Good night, Tom Does Disney, my friend. I missed seeing your face today.
Linda.
Good night, Dragon. What is it? Dragon Gaming 121. JD Nice 254. Good night. Good night, Kimberly. Good night, Stephanie. Oh, Stephanie, I love you so much. You guys are awesome. I'll see you all real soon. And good night, Robin. Good night to all my mods. Thank you all so much for always being there and helping me. Good night, Kristen. Good night, Everett.
Good night.
I'll see you all real soon. Good night, Nick.
Good night.
And that's a wrap.